This is Jonah Hill, and you're listening to the only podcast that matters.
Bro gang, we were joined by Luke to the OG. He got old clothes for you new hoes. He don't fuck, he only 6'9" the way he flippin'. The resell Raja, the Broom Street big dog. Luke, I am your Pharrell Louis plug. He gives great hand jobs with all the second hand, the vintage Viking, the Dachshund Don Dada, Lord of the Listing, not talking gay sex when we say he got that trade. Yo, L, what up? I flip, what else? Plus Chrome, say word, and we made a sale tonight. Founder of Luke's NYC, Luke Fracher. Luke, how the hell are you?
That was good.
Thanks, man.
I'm well, thank you. That was that was like genuinely good. I think, you know, from the clips I've seen, I think you put a little more into it for me than you do for most people.
For
so
1,000%.
Only the best for the fucking homie, dude.
I do appreciate that.
The homies get the extra 30 minutes of my brain share.
Like, all right, let me go.
You're not some fucking rapper, dude.
Yeah.
You're our resell Raja, which, to be clear, was reused from last time.
I know. I just haven't gotten my demo to the right people. That's right. If Boston does live around the corner, I'm gonna be out front.
Yeah. Yo, action.
Yeah. Hey, can you listen to this?
Is this tasty?
When
Is this delicious?
When you perjure yourself for the next 2 hours, you might have to change careers.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. Luke, welcome.
Lawrence,
So great to see you. The first thing we want to do is a little fit check with the fellas. The choice for you, when you walk us through the totality of your fit today, do you want to start top down or bottom up? And I know you know the right answer because you already did this once before.
I think it's bottom up, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, first of all, full disclosure, you guys made me take my shoes off, so I don't have them on right now.
Yeah. Welcome to a civilized household. Do you not do shoes off?
In the store? Please take your shoes off.
When you walk into my space, you need to take your fucking shoes
In
off.
Japan, they take shoes off in the dressing rooms.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you have to try on pants, you need to take your shoes off.
No, their shoes on to just jam them through the pant legs, you know?
I need skinnier jeans.
Like, these aren't stretchy enough.
These Amiris aren't fitting.
That's my gauge when I try on pants. Can I get my shoes through it?
That's why you're wearing no spoilers.
All right,
Never mind.
All right. Let's get into it. Vintage. I guess vintage is hard to get. Like
what is vintage? 10 years?
I think like 15, but it's such like a fluid thing. You know, like I think it can kind of be.
Vintage, like gender, is fluid.
Yeah, like sexuality.
You heard it here first.
It is.
Wait, sexuality is fluid.
You got the they them Pradas on.
I got the
they them cups.
I do. In the nastiest colorway I could find, chocolate over gray.
Yeah,
is that a rare colorway?
I mean, I think like they just made so many horrible colorways in the early 2000s, and I like have been looking for a pair of cups for a long time, and I like luckily just found like the worst colorway possible that looked like bowling, like Outmaster shoes.
For sure.
It's giving
if a clown went bowling, he would wear.
Right.
Yeah. Like
if a clown took a Soul Cycle class, this is what he would wear.
Exactly. Are you wearing your cups when you go Soul Cycle?
Absolutely, bro. No, I'm not taking Soul Cycle. Come on. No cardio.
Do you climb in America's Cups?
I climb in rock climbing shoes, which are like really ugly.
I think that's pretty close to an America's Cup.
Kind of, yeah.
It's a sailing shoe. Isn't it?
It's for yachting. It's for the actual
for
America's
yachting.
Cup.
We're going yachting.
Yachting.
Fat Joe reference.
I'm not hip.
Wait, Fat Joe? I thought it was DJ Khaled. Who's the yachting one?
Fat Joe
golfing. Wait, so you're telling me Khaled stole Let's Go Golfing?
He stole Fat Joe's whole flow.
Wow. Terror Squad, not the same.
I know. He should have checked him. He couldn't do that to Remy, though. She's still not taking any.
Papoose would have a green light on him.
A fucking size 8 fitted coming straight for you.
Throwing like Odd Job in fucking James Bond, dude.
All right, so
wait, hold on, real quick. Can you clarify one thing for me? You used the term nasty just now to describe the cups. You use it a lot of reels. When you say nasty, you mean so bad that it's good, right?
Yeah, just like disgusting. But like that's so much of I think like the direction that shit's going is like. You know, everyone dresses like a little nasty right now.
Just the freakiest shit possible.
It's like, well, and I can get into this because I have a full like thesis on like where the trend for the summer's going and shit.
If only you were on a podcast or something where you could.
We'll circle back. Yeah, have your people call my people. We'll fucking talk about it.
We'll double click on that.
So I have like on sale socks from Macy's.
Okay.
These are
Yo, dude, they're looking
dusty.
rough, bro.
The thing is, this is the first time I've worn them. They're just like complete
What?
pieces of
They're
shit.
falling apart on first
cheap-
wear.
You bought them like
Yeah,
this?
these are the cheapest socks I could get off Macy's
These are.
because I'm getting socks made. So I'm like, these are a placeholder, merely a placeholder.
Wait,
like
what do you mean
Luke's
you're getting
and-
socks made?
Yeah, I'm getting like Luke's socks made.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Got
Yeah.
it.
I still wear my round 2
'cause
socks that you sent
those
me.
socks are like the best socks
They're
ever
good.
made. And
Yeah.
so
So are these the only socks you own right now?
I threw all my other socks
These
away.
piece of shit fucking
This also,
Macy's.
these are one wear you throw them away.
Yeah.
One,
Speaking
one,
of Fat
like
Joe.
Fat Joe.
Yeah.
one normal wear, one wear to the gym, and they're in the trash.
Okay.
Just like a white tee.
All right, so RIP to those guys
All
because
right,
this
so-
is it for them.
Balenciaga,
Made in Voyage.
the dirt, like Sophie, coochie cutter shorts.
Yeah.
That are like
That's a 3-inch inseam, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Are the cheeks hanging?
I'm lucky. Nah, because my shit it's like perky,
Oh,
Your
right,
ass.
of course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are we going to see you in a Speedo this summer?
If I make my way out to Fort Tilden
Oh,
potentially,
hell yeah. Oh, so we're going Fort Tilden, not Jacob Reese.
isn't Fort Tilden where you can have the titties out?
That's Jacob Reese.
Oh, well, then I've been fucking misled. I was wondering why no one was topless.
Like,
Fort
where are all the
Tilden.
titties?
Yeah, I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? I'm in fucking the worst part of Brooklyn for no reason.
Fort Tilden is like the
I was
hips.
told there'd be titties.
Fort Tilden is like the hipster shit with like people with like radish tattoos. And then Jacob Reese is like the queer BIPOC.
Say a radish tattoo?
Yeah, like chefs and shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, line cook.
I felt really bad. We went to Tilden and, the Nutcracker guy's there.
Yeah.
And I bought a Nutcracker from him. And then 2 minutes later, the cops put up on him and arrested
Oh,
him. And I was like, I hope they didn't
damn.
see me buying the shit.
Oh,
Damn.
shit, dude. Did
Call
he
him-
think you
call
were
him 6'9".
fucking undercover?
No, I don't think so. I don't give undercover.
Call him 6'9" the way he be flipping.
Exactly.
Damn, dude. Well, at least
All right, so you got the
a
Balenci,
nutcracker in.
booty shorts on.
Yeah.
Shorts, polo, boxer briefs.
Nice draws.
The high cuts.
Mm-hmm.
Vintage Prodigy Firestarter shirt from my good bloke friends at
Duke's?
Cupboard.
Yeah.
like-
They did
from
the
their-
pop-up
Yeah,
when you were out of town.
yeah.
They had a residency.
They gave me a reason to go out of town, which was nice.
nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Are we going to see more of that, like residencies, pop-ups within Luke's itself? Because that was a fire fucking link up.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was like,
They're the blokes.
I think if like anyone watching this like wants to do a pop up, I'm going to charge you money. Just
Oh,
so
really?
You know, yeah,
Rent?
Of course. Yeah, like exactly what it costs for like what I would make on a Friday.
You're in your
Saturday,
landlord era.
Wait, what's your biggest day? Typically, it's got to be Saturday.
No,
right?
it's weird because like you would assume it's Saturday,
Yeah.
but like a lot of the times it'll be like a Wednesday or a Thursday, and then like Friday, Saturday are kind of slow because everyone's like, I guess, out drinking or doing whatever, and then Sunday is like busier. So
Huh.
Really?
it can, or like it's so far it's like it's a lot harder to tell than it was at the old business because like it just I don't know it seems very hit or miss.
But you're about to have your first summer as Luke.
Exactly.
We're
Yeah.
about to go
And
crazy.
I think let's say the 9th. Tomorrow is
Yeah.
my 6 months in the
Oh,
space.
congrats,
Oh, wow,
Thank
dude.
you.
Yeah.
So
Fucking congrats are in order.
I'm I'm just interested to see how the summer is.
Yeah.
And especially like with how insane that block is. With
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
Dudley's, Skin Contact, Last
Jab
Lab.
wine.
Jim's right there.
Multiple
Fucking-
different types of skin contact if you catch my drift.
Oh, you know the fucking
Yeah.
vibes. Tin Bells is right there.
Yeah.
Bumping peepees.
Bongos is getting got reinvented into Bar Valentina. Which
We're
is
gonna
be
talk
cool.
LES and like the
Yeah, yeah,
bozo fucking
Okay,
HQs and everything.
But
But
we're
like,
in the data gathering phase of Luke's right now.
Okay.
6
Yeah.
months in.
Yeah,
we're trying to
exactly.
figure out
I still don't
what
really
hits,
know
what
like
doesn't.
who my customers necessarily are
oh well,
because
let me delete this question.
No,
Who
no,
is the
no,
Luke's
no.
customer?
I would like to get some early
Kidding.
impressions.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we got the Prodigy vintage tee.
Prodigy Vinci, Balenciaga fake polo,
Yeah,
and then
Horsepower.
the LV.
that's LV.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Ed Hardy, dude.
No, well, I think it's I think Virgil like referenced like what's the dude's name? Clayton, the artist who's always like who sells those hats in the
I don't
lower. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know.
So yeah, this is LV. I had a brand new one, and then we found the like super fucked up one off eBay, and I bought the shit. I was like, the smoked one.
Give me the cooked one. Yeah, the smoked
Yeah,
shit
exactly.
for sure.
Because that's
Like
what
a brisket. I want my hat like a
I
brisket.
want all my clothes as
Jiggly.
fucked up as possible.
That cap is falling off the damn bone.
I want that
Exactly.
smoke ring on my cap.
Exactly. It's not raw. It's a smoke ring. Right? Just you guys don't know anything about real barbecue.
Let's talk about the hardware, dude.
Okay. I got my little chain.
No Homer.
It's in the shop.
Okay.
Did you lend it to Kendall Roy? L to the OG.
He's the dude from Succession, right?
Yes.
I've never watched.
Jeremy Strong.
Okay, yeah, I've never watched the show, but
He wore a Homer.
So no
chain to
Homer,
the
so you
back.
got-
I saw that. I saw
You
that.
got you got little pendants. What is
Yeah.
that?
I got a
Jesus?
little. I got a little a regular Jesus piece, which is an if and coach. I actually bought off a dude back in the day at R2. He's like, "You buy jewelry," and I'm like, "What do you got?"
Yeah,
You
it
know,
depends.
like, oh yeah. And then Jesus Malverde, which Tommy Jules made for me. And then this little
That's Hugo's
like,
guy, right? I believe so.
I believe so. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's like
Yeah.
deals with a lot. Like every time I go in there, I see someone I know
Sure.
talking to him. So he's like the man down here. And then this little like, I don't know what the fuck this really is. My mom like made it for me
Oh,
one
cute.
year for, like Christmas.
2 years ago when you were on the pod, you had just bought a Ben Baller chain. Where's the Ben Baller chain at?
I think this is I think it was this.
Really?
This little guy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You pictured something a bigger
Yes.
piece.
Like a fucking iced out ape or something.
Yeah. Well, so
He's got Freddie Gibbs's G, dude.
I got my NFT, my Bored Ape getting made.
right
now. And then I have my this. Fucking,
come on, bro. Let's talk about it real
Nautilus 3700J 80s, I think, with like ceramic.
Are you
style.
worried wearing that in public?
I don't like wear it out that often, to be honest.
Just on special occasions.
But
Like a podcast.
yeah, exactly. Just because
that's like, I mean, we don't need to like be super gauche, but like that's a fucking watch, bro.
yeah. But you know, it's just like, I don't know.
Something light.
I hope I don't get.
Something
I hope
light for TF.
I hope I don't get murdered for it.
What about that? Is that a watch on the another watch on
So
the
like
wrist? What is that?
Fitbit?
Oh, yeah, I'm a big Fitbit guy. And then this little Cuban bracelet, which is also from Tommy. And then my parents, I think I had this on last time. My parents are like Buddhists, so they got this spool of fabric, blessed by the Dalai Lama, pre-tongue kissing children.
Right.
Full disclosure.
Damn.
Your mom didn't have to make out with him to get it, to get the spool.
Well, that was, decades ago.
Are you gonna get yourself
she was much younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Are you gonna get yourself a post tongue kissing little boy
Yeah.
bracelet? Because that could be
No.
worth something.
Oh, yeah, I mean, but like, isn't like every Dalai Lama the same dude because it's a reincarnation of the same
Apparently,
guy?
yes.
Yeah, so like,
That's what I hear. That's what
Yeah.
they say.
So I
at
guess
least.
in
that's the word on the street.
In a past life, you must have been Greek.
Or we are in a Catholic neighborhood.
yeah,
Oof.
that's true.
A lot of
One or the other.
Anyway,
yeah, we are. It is Catholic. It is
yeah,
Catholic.
right.
A lot of
Are
Poles.
fucking
Yeah,
Polish people Catholic?
yeah, I
Yeah.
believe so. There's like, who's the Polish Pope? John Paul II or some shit. There's a lot of portraits
That
of
was
him up
John
on the
Paul
walls.
Gaultier. The one he was wearing, the one wearing the mesh tops.
exactly.
In the
Pope of IG thoughts, dude.
in the G wagon,
gay Pope.
in the bulletproof G wagon.
What if the Pope was gay? And you're sipping on Greenpoint's finest.
Yep.
Is that a complete fit check? Sorry, do we miss anything? Nose ring? You want to talk nose ring?
It's made of gold.
Okay. Gold.
Okay.
And I got my little queer bait hoop.
Yep.
Because
Join the fucking club,
I
baby.
think,
We all got them.
I think I'm a little too old for the dangle, and I think just like I see like.
Well, the hoop is
dangles-
what's the hoop has replaced the dangle, just as like the omnipresent fucking dude.
yeah, because now you see a dangle and you're like, this fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure people were saying
probably-
that about me when I was wearing it, but now I'm able to like,
Well, the dangle's like probably like guys that listen to Barstool that are like, oh, like I'm the cool guy.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think like there's a huge contingent of that, and obviously as we talk about the downtown dudes of like dudes who are like the coolest bro or the coolest guy out of their frat at Auburn,
Right,
you know?
right.
Like,
It feels like a dangle day at this date at this darty.
Yeah, right?
exactly. You
A
know,
darty
like-
dangle?
But I think even like,
But they're not rocking a chrome dangle.
I mean, you don't know, but like because
No,
like,
like a fake pearl shit.
Yeah.
or like just like a little old one, but like the ubiquity of like podcasts and like like you guys make the world that we are in very accessible for people.
It's fair.
And so like it like gives people who aspire to live a sort of lifestyle or like be a part of a scene like the
For
ability to, like,
cosplaying.
to figure out how to do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
It gives like a
The
good
cheat codes are
a
being
good-
available
a
right
good
now.
roadmap to like
Yeah.
at least seeming cool enough until you get in the like till
A
you walk-
roadmap to capping.
No, I don't know if we ever co-signed danglies per se.
a
'Cause I think,
cap.
yeah,
Yeah.
a capette.
Yeah. I think you've been co-signing danglies,
Nah, because
in the ether.
they came up maybe like
Our
dangle
boy
Jason.
J rocks one, but
Our
that's
boy
about
J
it.
rocks one, but he's a cool black guy.
Yeah.
And versus like the TikTok. I think it was
Yeah,
a trickle
yeah,
up from TikTok, from like TikTok boys.
The TikTok, I mean, like, the thing is, I'm not on TikTok enough to see whether or not like stuff is selling is trendy because of TikTok, but I'm sure like, I'm buying stuff. I'm like, well, I don't know why that's sold, but it's like,
Or it's a chicken or the egg. Like, is it trendy because it's on TikTok or is it on TikTok because it's trendy? Right.
well, I think it's a self-fulfilling prophecy,
Absolutely.
like, and
It's a
there's
snake sucking its own dick.
yeah.
exactly.
It's the Dalai Lama sucking his own dick.
don't tread on this trend. All right?
Hell
All
yeah.
right, Luke, shall we get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast?
Please.
So 6 months tomorrow.
Mhm.
How is Luke's NYC? What's the address real quick?
261 Broom Street 10002.
Go visit.
Lock
You got a
in.
buzz, right?
Yeah, buzz in. Come see me. Come see Crispy. Come see Mateen. Come see Matan. Come see Nate. Come see all of us.
How is Luke's NYC differentiated from the competition? Like, what's the lane that you chose with Luke's? Now that we're 6 months in.
I mean, the like elevator pitch is like, it's just shit that I think is cool. Like it's not a vintage store. It's not a sneaker store. It's just like a resale store, but it's like, what is the curation? It's just like shit that I think is cool.
Okay.
Like there's plenty of stuff that comes in that I could easily sell, make money on, but like, I don't want this in my fucking store.
So it's like a reseller with principles.
With
Man's got to have a code.
taste, curation.
Yeah, exactly. Like, like not all money is good money and not all product is good product,
That's
whether
a
or not it's
fact.
going to sell. So I think it's important to like, like that's the easiest way for me to like, put my voice out there, put myself out there. It's like, I'm not necessarily creative per se, but that is a way for me to express my view of the world.
Your taste level, like James is saying. Like that's you putting your stamp on a variety of different
For sure. And like,
pieces
I'm not
and
even
eras
saying that
and
I have
trends.
good taste, but it's just like
It's
stuff that I
specific.
think is cool. Yeah.
It stands out.
Yeah.
It's differentiated. Is there a brand or specific thing that like people are always trying to push on you to like sell or trade or for you to buy from them?
I mean,
That is just, you're just always just like, no,
Yeah,
like this is
blanket
not.
no.
I mean,
policy.
people like ask me about like, like Hellstar sells at all these fucking resale stores in New York right now, which is like a brand. I don't know if you guys.
What
even
the
heard of it.
fuck is
It's
Hellstar?
like it's like the dude.
Sounds awesome.
I actually know the guys who run it out of LA, and they're all fucking really cool, and they're good friends of mine. But it's like
Sounds
kind
like
of
an LA
like
brand.
a post V-Loan brand, like with like the cropped like distressed hoodies.
Okay.
And like a lot of the resale stores in New York are selling it, and people
Is it
like.
expensive at retail?
I think it's like one of those like $150 t-shirt, like $300 hoodie
that
you know,
sells
like-
out, and the only way to get it is from a guy potentially
Correct.
like you.
And so people are always asking me about that. It's like, it's just like, doesn't really fit into the ethos of my brand per se.
Do you feel like you have to like continuously study up on like what's happening so that even if it doesn't fit into your specific arena of taste, like maybe it is just a fucking place to make some more money?
Yeah, but it's like, I also have such a small space until ecom launches. Like I have to, like choose.
It is tiny.
You know,
Gotta be
and like,
picky.
it's also, since every item's one of one, it's very like human and capital and time intensive to list an item. So it's like, is
Capital
this,
with a K.
it's
Das
It's
Kapital.
capital. Yeah, exactly. People are like, yo, you got capital? I'm like, yeah, I have capital, bro.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I have
Over there.
I'm not buzzing you in next time.
I have the bone genes, if that's what you're asking. But like, so
Bone
I
genes.
kind of have to like pick and choose my battles, whether it's like, like I might only make $50 on this item, but I know it'll sell in a second and it's
Right.
worth the 15 minutes of paying someone to list it and go do the shit, Or like, there's other side of things too, where it's like, I know this will look good on socials. Like the most liked thing that I put up and that I can remember recently is that fucking the Travis Scott Ben Trill camo shirt.
Oh,
And
that's
I-
iconic,
And I
dude.
bought that and I was like, this is mad funny. Like, I'm going to put this on the Instagram. I bet you it's going to go crazy. And it got like, I have got like 10% of my followers and likes, which is crazy.
Did you do
engagement.
a swipe in the gallery to like the iconic pic of like Jown, Matt Williams,
No,
Trav,
I
and
did the
Verge?
the swipe was to the This Is History right here.
Oh, yeah. So, yes.
But yeah, like,
From Uncut Gems. Yeah,
like fucking memeing and shit. We can get to that as well. But
What? So like, I've always kind of been curious to see when Ben Trill has like its return moment. Like, is Ben Trill about to be back?
well, it's like you asking me about fucking
Hellstar?
like no fucking Pyrex.
Oh yeah. Come on, we got to be on the cusp there.
Yeah, but like I think like that blog house era is might be a year or two out, but it's going to
Okay.
like Franelations Givenchy, good TC Givenchy.
Or like, like the fucking
Birds of
like the
Paradise.
So
the thigh,
Rottweilers.
Yeah,
and
like
the thigh high forces.
I buy all that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm wearing those right now.
That's nasty, dude. That's some nasty shit, bro.
That is a very devious fit.
Girls in the thigh high forces definitely had that gooey grippy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Keep them on during sex, ladies.
Can confirm. No, yeah, the thigh high TC stay on during sex.
Yes, thank you.
The smoked thigh high white forces.
So we're gonna see like Rottweilers and sharks and shit.
Sharks. I mean, like I think like rugby is like gonna make a big comeback.
Ooh.
Polo.
Shout out Dipset.
like glow gang era type shit.
I mean,
We're
would-
gonna have kids out here dressed like Keith again.
I would like to, like I bought out if some people have brought me like the Keith Montclairs. I'm like, yeah, I'll take this
For sure.
I mean,
Yo,
Vinny,
glow gang didn't glow gang collab with Ben Trill?
I don't know.
No, they had a free. There was the free Keef shirt. Was the big
Yeah.
one that they did.
But I mean, Vinny, like, I remember I was like going through the back room of Vinny 4G's thing one time, and I was like, "Oh, this is like the Chief Keef polo," and he was like, "No, this is like apparently like the Chief Keef polo."
Oh,
The
whoa,
one
he
wore.
has the game.
And I was
worn?
like, "What's the provenance?" And he was like, "I don't know." And I was like, "Well, what the fuck, dog?" Like, but
That's
like,
what some guy said.
but like like those things are like culturally important, like
For sure.
artifacts to like
For sure.
people like us.
Absolutely.
Like obviously what
The Chief Keep Polo.
what we all do is not actually important in the grand scheme of the world or like
Sure.
society, but like to the
Hard
people,
agree.
the people who care about this, like these things are important, and it's like I think important for us to like tell these stories and like like
You got to literally put that shit in the rafters.
yeah, but it's like I think binge
All
shows would come
cultures
back.
need their own historians, right?
Yeah, you're like what's his name, Herodotus or some shit,
Yeah,
like,
that's Homer and Herodotus.
Yeah.
exactly.
The fuck you call me?
a lot of oral history here.
Oh yeah.
That's-
Oh yeah. Wait, so what are
what
what
we
other
do.
brands you think are like about to be on the rise? We
I think like
mentioned
TC
Okay.
era Givenchy,
Yeah.
like Ben Trill, I think Pyrex, Polo, rugby for sure.
Mhm.
and like you're seeing this just like you're getting the inklings and the
This is
trickles
just like,
of, like
what I think like I'm like, oh, like I'm starting to think about this stuff.
Okay.
So I'm like, and I think I'm like pretty
prescient.
well, I just think I'm super tapped into the zeitgeist in a weird way that a lot of people maybe aren't, or like
Yeah.
just because I live on the internet, like
Yeah,
but
you're in
I-
the trenches
like
too. You know?
but I'm also outside dealing with people all the time. So I'm like in a special place where like, like I don't have like a real job. So it's like my fucking life is spent in these like, doing all these things. And like, I'm like,
What's your screen time?
like 10 and a half hours.
It's pretty good. Double digits.
You wearing blue light fucking lenses?
Fuck no.
Oh, speaking of which, what's the shades in the bag from the fit check?
Balenciaga.
Both?
Yeah.
Of course.
But
Balenci. blue.
I think the Cartier's got the blue light in them and I wear them at night.
you think.
because they
I'd
have
like to think. How
Yeah.
about that?
That
because they're
price
blue
point.
translucent.
Yeah.
That's why.
the,
that how it
the
works?
transitions get darker when I'm on my phone.
Tell me these glasses are trans. What brands are cooked right now? Do you think, or about to be fucking rinsed?
Yeah. Let's get ahead of some fucking allegations here.
That's a good question. I need like 30 seconds to actually sit here and think about
That's
that.
fine, dude. We
You know,
can-
like I
I mean,
think
Balenciaga's still going strong.
yeah, I think
allegedly.
like newer Givenchy is kind of whatever.
the Matt
like,
Williams.
I think
Givenchy?
yeah, I think a lot of brands
Is there a
that,
demand for that?
not really. It's a
Yeah.
thing. Like I think a lot of brands that like don't have a strong brand identity and that's I think probably Matthew's biggest issue with Givenchy was like what like if you think of like Givenchy from the fucking 90s, there's nothing to think about. Like,
Right.
we don't know what the fuck that
you
shit
go
looks
right
like.
to watch the throne.
Yeah, and so like, but it's
Yeah.
like, so how do you?
Skirts.
So like, if the whole brand's ethos was built up by an identity was built up by the designer before you, how do you fucking reinvent something without just completely ripping that off? Like
Big shoes to fill.
exactly. And so like,
Big forces
I
to
think
fill.
Matt did the best job he could have.
Sure.
But like it's a very difficult role to follow. Like if whoever follows Dinma is gonna fucking have the worst time on earth trying to fucking redo Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Like because Dinma has such a strong identity.
So then real quick, what do you think of Vet and what his brother is doing?
Kids like it.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care about it, Like the funny thing about like Vet being like this crazy thing that like all the opium kids like,
Yeah.
that's like one of my best selling brands. And I'm like, bro, like the shit was on sale at opening ceremony 5 years ago. I was in that motherfucker
Wes,
laughing
you were-
at.
yeah.
Yeah, like I remember being like, all right, this dumbass shit. Let's go to
The comeback
Balenciaga
there
store, like
that I've like seen mainly because I follow you. To me, I was like, whoa, I didn't realize that. Like, because Balenciaga obviously still cooking, but like, I feel like the kid who has like, if it was like you could have rare Balenci or wear rare Vet, the Vet kid is cooler.
yeah. And I think there's also a lot less of the Vet.
Sure.
And a lot of it was really, really worn in when it came out. So finding clean Vet is more difficult. Like a
Just
lot.
torched like
Yeah, because like it was
the bridges you're burning.
It was like
dude.
downtown kids wearing it. Like we're like with Balenciaga, like adults were buying that.
Right.
like 40, 50-year-olds were still
All the
buying
Vet is just
Balenciaga.
covered in
But
ketamine
Vet
and model
was,
pussy
yeah,
juice.
Vet was like legit like for like
Model squirt.
exactly though. Like seriously, like so you never see fucking like dead stock.
How
Vet.
much money did you spend on dry cleaning a month? In the thousands?
Yes.
What's the
yes.
grossest thing you've seen? Blood, cum.
Well,
spit?
you trying to think about it, you just put it in the bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also
Put it in
like-
the bag. Has
yeah,
Fabulous ever come to Luke's NYC?
Huh?
Has Fabulous ever come to Luke's NYC?
No, but he used to come to R2, and I can tell you that he is a really sweet guy, and he's someone who like, if you meet him, like if he met y'all, today, if you saw him in like 5 years, he'd be like, Lawrence, James, how are you?
That's
he like
awesome,
remembers
dude.
everybody's name,
ASAP
and
Ferg style.
that's something I think that's like a skill you can learn, and
Or
it's probably
auti-
one
or
you should
autism.
learn. I don't. Fab doesn't strike me as autistic.
What do you think of his fits? Because to Unks, he's literally
I think
like,
they're-
God.
I love people who dress insane.
he's Shia
like,
LaBeouf for Unks.
Yeah, he's the Unk God.
yeah, he's sick. Like like obviously it's horrible, but it's like also like it's sick. I'm like, damn,
It's so nasty.
I'm like, this is so good. You know, like
How do you find that shade of pink? Bro?
yeah, you know, like
matching is next level.
My constant state of being is just like troll. So it's like I love shit that people like get irked about. I'm like, this is so sick. You know, like,
This rocks.
yeah.
Well, you do zag when people zig, and you talked about how like you do spend 10.5 hours online. You're in these like weird pockets of the internet. Obviously, e-com is coming. I know the Grailed account is going crazy. Why do you decide to do retail in New York City specifically?
So
Brick and mortar retail.
First of all, you know, I spent a long time trying to like figure out, like, I was like, I would like want to stop doing this. I got to figure out a new play. I got to like figure out, you know, like what to do with my life. And then
You had a crossroads for real?
I mean, yeah, like I wasn't happy at my
crisis?
old company for a long time for a plethora of reasons that we don't have to get into. But like, I was always trying to like,
We'd love to, but
you know, NDAs and shit. And I was always like, oh, I want to do this. I want to go do something else. I want to do like a fucking CPG company. I wanted to do fucking, you know,
I mean, you had Midori, right?
yeah, like I wanted to do like consumer packaged goods, like beverage. You know, I wanted to like figure something else out. And then I went to 4G's thing last year. And when he had his show, he opened a showroom. And like I said, I knew Vinny from nightlife. I didn't know Vinny from selling clothes. So he's like, come to my showroom. And I was like, what the fuck do you have a showroom for? I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, where's all this? He's like, bro, I'm like the biggest rail seller. I was like, I did not know that, Vinny. And I ran into Alex, who used to own Idol.
Here
Cassian.
in Williamsburg.
However the fuck you say his name.
Shout out.
Who's like a good friend of mine, you know, like a.
Let me say real quick, I used to see him in the grocery store, and it was so weird seeing this like goth demon. Like
just like
holding up
buying,
two
like, avocados.
2 cans of beans.
Yeah.
Like, which one do I want?
Ketchup.
Yeah.
So
Buying organic beans in like a $5,000 CCP fucking leather.
Drop
Exactly.
crotch dragging on the floor.
Metal elbow pads.
but he was basically like, yo, like Grailed wants to do like a seller program where like you know, like, you know, get preferential treatment, we'll put you on the splash page, you know, do all this. And I talked to my old business partner. I was like, yo, like, they're like, we don't want to do this for the store. And I was like, well, I'm going to do under my name. And they're like, all right. And I was like, all right. So I started doing that. And I realized that I was like good at the core tenet of the business, which is buying and selling shit, like buying shit that like we normally wouldn't buy in the store, or like going out in the streets, people hitting me, be like, oh, like you're buying now, you're buying like high end shit. Like, yeah, I'll cash you out. And reselling and being like, oh, this is like easy. Like I know what I'm doing again.
This
like,
shit easy.
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't know how y'all do that 9 to 5.
listen, we all got the same 24, man.
Well, also at the same time, like I think that you are a born fucking people guy. Like you are meant to be out here shaking babies, kissing hands. Like having a retail physical space, brick and mortar, is like in your fucking DNA. No,
well, I'm fucking 34. I've been working retail since I was 15. You know, like pretty much nonstop.
I could fold a t-shirt.
I have like fucking 2 decades doing this. But basically, so long story short, that was happening. And then I was talking to my buddy Mike, who owns Kind Regards, who owns Ding-a-ling, and then who owns Bongo,
Ding-a-ling,
which is all around the corner from the shop now. And I was kind of telling him, I was like, I don't know if I want to do a showroom, but I feel like I need a space. I don't know if I want to do it out here. I don't know if I want to do it in LA. And he was like, well, I think I have a space that you could find, which is the space that we had, which has been, he's like, there's a spot in my building that's been vacant for like 4 years.
Damn.
And like, it looks like a bomb went off in there, you know, but like I can maybe talk to the landlord if you want it. And I like went and saw it, and it took like 4 months to get the landlord even hit me back to like give me the spot. But like the price was just
been a real piece of shit.
Was so cheap that like I couldn't say no to it. You know, like and that felt very serendipitous in the same way that the first R2 like worked out, because the whole story with that was like this dude was giving up a space. It was so cheap we couldn't say no, and it grew from there. So I was like, this feels like, I feel like life is cyclical, you know? And so like
trends.
I was 24 when we started the first company. I'm like 34 and I was 33. I was like, I feel like, you know, this is like,
you're like, I read this script.
Yeah,
literally.
This feels like a second.
Wait a second,
chance.
I'm wearing Ben Trill again?
Exactly.
Run it up.
I had the fucking Free Keef shirt on. And it just felt like the right thing to do, because, you know, like obviously I'd love to be in LA, but like I also thought that there was more of a gap in the market for that type of store here, just because LA has Wasteland. It has like, it's the first place in the country that Second Street started. So it has like their best talent there. I believe, from what I've seen, you know, from the outside looking in. And then just like more general resale stores because of Melrose, because of fucking whatever. It's like, and there's a lower barrier to entry to do business in LA than you need to do in New York, in my opinion.
For sure.
So
that's fair.
it just felt right, and the space fell into my lap, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to run it, you know, like
fucking do it.
And then like, you know, why have a brick and mortar as opposed to a showroom? It's like, well, I'm a big proponent of like democratizing shit that
no barriers of entry
that people think is too fucking
besides
cool.
a buzzer outside the door.
Exactly. But it's like, like I like enjoying people. I know brick and mortar retail. A showroom felt kind of like just it feels
really.
It
truly.
feels like ostentatious for no reason a lot of the times. And for certain people, like someone like Justin or someone like Vinny, it makes sense because there's someone's buying $100,000 worth of shit. Of course, they want to be in a fucking store, but like I don't have that clientele. I don't really think I'm ever going to be able to attract that clientele because of the type of person I am, and I don't like.
But R2 kind of had that clientele, right? Like the yachties and
it did it. It did when we started, but then like certain people are better with that type of person. So like everyone started going to like Cool Kicks because it deals really good with those type of people, or like his whole team is really good with those type of people, and they're outside at Poppy or fucking Bootsy or wherever, meeting those people and telling them to come in. When like I'm at fucking maybe at Tenants or maybe at fucking like the Friend, and I'm not gonna run into like I don't think the guy from LCD's house is gonna give a fuck about sneakers. Like,
James Murphy does not give a fuck.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
seeing how like in your previous business round 2, seeing its expansion and like maybe who's to say like what's next for it, like are you a little bit more like, do you see Luke's NYC really expanding and having multiple locations, bigger spaces, or do you kind of want to like maybe operate at a different pace than what round 2 did?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any interest in like growing if it doesn't make sense, just for the sake of growing, because we've done that already. But like the other side of wanting the store is like intake. Like you can't really like intake at a showroom, right?
Right.
And so like really I want to scale this up into an e-com company with like 2 flagships, like LA, New York, maybe like somewhere on continental Europe, just so I can do intake in Europe.
Yeah, just so you can have an excuse to
you want to just go on
Paris?
vacation.
Yeah, I mean, I think Paris would make sense, like in a way that London wouldn't, because now it's hard to get into like the UK because of Brexit and shit. But there's a lot of stuff to intake in continental Europe.
Of course,
so,
you fucked up. Now you can't get Pharrell Louis, bro.
Exactly. Something in the water, Everyone's like, yo, did you see the VA shit? I'm like, that's cool, but like, let's be fucking real.
Has it started hitting your store yet?
No.
Yeah, any of that merch?
I don't even think it's shipped yet.
Oh, really?
I mean,
it wasn't available.
I haven't seen anyone wearing it.
Yeah, because no one can buy an $850 t-shirt.
That's what I was like. This is cool, but I'm not really in a place to spend $1,000 on a t-shirt that's not like a POC that can sell for more money when I'm done with it.
Right.
So it sounds like everything's been serendipitous. Things have fallen in your lap, and you obviously believe in yourself and believe in like your track record speaks for itself. But was there any like fears or doubts, or like what was the most daunting thing about striking out on your own and separating yourself and doing it, as the literal name and face of the company?
I mean, yeah, like you definitely get in your head about shit, but like, like I had such a good, it just felt like the right thing to do. And I had like, I have a strong team of people around me who like love me, care about me, and like are real with me, which I think is super important.
No, yes, man.
No, I'm not into that.
Maybe just one.
One. If you want to come hang out,
just
man.
One. Yeah, Luke, you should buy that.
Yeah, but like,
More Hellstar.
Exactly. Of course you like think about like those things, but it's just like I was so far in my wheelhouse. I was like, this just like makes sense, like, and I just like, it didn't even like put that much insane thought into it. I was just like, let's fucking just do it.
Right.
Like,
was there any part of you that was like second guessing, like, all right, like when I'm at R2, we have these other guys that have like huge public figures, like, or public personas as well. Like I can take a step back if I want to, like if I'm not feeling it, but like now it's your name's on the fucking door. Was any of that like, all right, fuck.
To me, that's like
blast off.
No, like to me, that's like a plus.
Oh, really?
Like, it's a motivational force. Like I'm like, all right, well, I have to fucking do this shit. I can't fucking take a day off. You know, like
mom spaghetti.
And I kind of like, need that type of structure. Like,
otherwise, for sure.
Like I need structure because I'm so fucking ADD and like autistic.
Or it would be easy. You could just be like, Sean will do it, Chris will do it, whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, staff will do it.
I like to rely on myself because I've always felt like I know what's right and what's wrong. And so like not having to like talk to somebody else about those things or like discuss a decision.
No red tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Truly.
I like to cut through the red tape. I wanted to drain the swamp.
Well done.
Let me ask you this, and I don't know how much you can say because you mentioned NDAs and obviously relationships and everything. Why did round 2 New York close?
That happened after I left the company, so I can't really speak.
Okay.
To it. Yeah.
What's up with round 2 in 2023? Like how are they doing? Are you still homies with everyone over there?
Yeah, I mean, it's all love between everyone. I love Sean. I love Chris, Adam, Alex from the vintage store.
Vintage store is still open, correct?
The one in LA is, I believe.
Oh, okay.
In New York too, I think.
No.
No, you'll know.
Oh,
Okay,
damn.
no, it's not.
I
All right,
think
both
you
of
would
them
know,
All right,
dude.
yeah.
But yeah,
No, I'm pretty sure it's still open, Luke, actually. Yeah.
Let's go right now.
Yeah, let's go check. No, it's all love, and like I have a ton of respect and admiration for all those people. And
Do you think that the round 2 contraction, because like obviously they blew up and they were the fucking like at
Y'all
the,
blew up,
at the
let's
heart
be
of, at
clear.
the heart of like resale culture? Do you think the contraction of round 2 is like a reflection of the resale market?
I think it has
Versus
a
a
lot.
bag fumble straight up.
I think it has a lot to do with the saturation of the market, and then just the state of the economy. And like it's like it's also like the commoditization.
Got it. There it
Of
is.
fucking. I don't know if that's it.
Of t-shirts and shit?
Of fucking sneakers more so,
yeah.
and like Supreme. Like it's like that's why I wanted
Those are
to
the two major food groups for R2, sneakers and Preem.
correct. I
Straight
mean,
up.
yeah, like
Okay.
sneakers and streetwear. Which is like a big reason why I wanted to do this model or pivot to the model I'm doing, because there's so much more nuance with higher end stuff and with
Yeah.
used stuff and with archive or old stuff, because like it's A, about your curation, but B, it's like they're real. It's like there's nowhere where you're just like, oh, this is what it's sold for. It's like, sneakers are now like fucking trading like futures or something.
Truly.
Exactly.
It's like
it's a financial
barrels
instrument.
of oil,
Yeah.
like, yeah. So it's like that kind of took all the fun out of it, but it's also just like the way that we all worked was more like on a ground level. So it's like people like who have like a financial background can come in and like crunch numbers and figure
Right.
out what the fuck to do,
Wait, taking the fun of that is interesting. You say that because, like, do you then feel partly responsible that you're like, damn, like I fucking killed this thing that I loved?
Oh
Low
yeah, I
key?
mean, people got so pissed when I was on TikTok a few weeks ago and say that sneakers are like not cool anymore, and it's like, but it's like it's a symptom partly of what I and what the company I founded did.
Yeah.
Like, I think like not necessarily like us doing that, but like the people who like followed in our footsteps, who like didn't really get it or didn't care about this stuff.
The
as much as we
carpetbaggers
really-
that followed. Yeah.
Really mass
Yeah.
marketed it earlier. They were the fucking Boston Red Sox to Billy Bean's Oakland A's.
Sure.
There it is.
Yeah.
Sports.
Sabermetrics, bitch. Well, I think like, okay, so the resale market really tying its horse to the Supreme cart, with Supreme inevitably cooling off. And I know you talked to our boy Gallagher about it in the Wall Street Journal.
My favorite
You know,
watermelon
like-
smasher.
What's up?
Gallagher.
I know you talked to Rupert Murdoch's favorite paper about it.
I just need to get in the post now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've like have all of Thanos'
I
Infinity
know.
Stones.
All the right wing media.
Yeah.
The
Next up,
failing
you're on
New York
fucking-
Times, the fucking failing. The only
You know, Breitbart had a fashion critic.
really?
Yeah.
I need the info. I need to get on the InfoWars fashion side.
Yo,
Hell yeah,
that would
dude.
go crazy, dude.
My boy AJ.
Daily Stormer, fucking,
AJ.
Nazis had swag.
Like,
Some would say Nazis had swag.
I'm just reviewing Arc'teryx Leaf the entire time.
Oh yeah, dude. All the good shit.
But okay, so we see that like the resale market with Supreme cooling off, like the trickle down is that like there's no demand, there's oversupply, no demand, et cetera, et cetera. What do you think about like Chrome, and not necessarily you, but like, and not necessarily like people whose names we mentioned, but like, are they the new Supreme in the resale world? And is that truly something long term? Because they have been around for longer than Preem, but is that also maybe a bubble in the resale world?
I don't think that there's a bubble, because Chrome controls their supply a lot better than other companies. And at the end of the day, like, it's not a publicly traded company. The
Right.
Starks are already
Right.
rich as fuck. So it's like, if the printables stop selling, they don't give a fuck, because they're just going to continue to sell furniture and leather goods. Like, like they're just cashing in my opinion, now while they can, knowing this isn't gonna
Smartly
last,
so.
probably not going to last forever. And they're just like, fuck it. Let's like, if we can make an extra 50 M's in the next 2 years, let's do it. And then if the shit stops selling, we'll just stop making printables, make them limited again. And then like, like fucking go back to our core tenants.
Do you personally wear any Chrome, and what do you think, like in your heart of hearts, about this kind of this?
I think
amazing
Chrome's
brand?
cool. Like I have a ton of respect for their craftsmanship and their quality. Like I don't like necessarily wear it, but it's also just because like they don't. I don't know. Like I just don't need a $4,000 pair of carpenter pants.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
like
Get a Chrome nose ring.
yeah. I mean, I could. I actually want one. Like I would. If they
Be
if I
fire.
could find
Chrome
one.
nose.
I actually, when I was still on my dangler, I
Yeah.
wanted like a chrome hoop. I wanted
Chrome
the
dome,
gold,
baby.
the gold dick chrome.
Oh hell
dangle,
yeah,
but,
dude.
like, they're expensive. You know.
Yeah, ain't cheap.
Chrome butt plug? Does that exist?
Probably.
For
I have
sure.
a
Yeah,
I have a
it
chrome
does.
binder in the shop right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Love that.
Yeah.
What about, so like in the resale world in general, like has anyone learned the lesson where it's like, oh, like Supreme, people that are just like severely just tying themselves to the Chrome brand, when that inevitably does maybe cool off a little bit, like have people not learned their lesson? Is just how it's going to be?
I don't want to speculate on other people's businesses, you know, like just because like other people have it figured out or they don't, but it's like, it's not like, I'm not super worried about it. Like, I think anyone who's worth their salt, who's successful enough to like have a ton of chrome and sell that shit and make money on it, like they're smart enough to pivot when the writing's on the wall.
Is that one of the fastest moving brands in Luke's?
Chrome does well, yeah. I mean, I also don't intake a lot of the ostentatious, expensive chrome.
Right.
Like, take it to junk,
Like the teas and shit.
like Vinny or Justin, just because like it's a very capital intensive thing and it doesn't sell that fast for these super expensive shit.
Yeah. A lot of these guys are also diversifying their portfolios with enfant riche de premier. So you also got that.
ERD,
Yeah, dude.
like that's real fuckboy clothing.
That's the worst brand of all time.
You think so?
I don't know, dude.
I don't dislike ERD. I think it's like I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ERD,
I mean, I don't know.
ERL. These motherfuckers.
ERL is fucking terrible, but
I'm surprised that ERD like even still exists because like at Grailed when I was there at a time that was like, yo, this kid Henry or whatever has the fucking juice, and I feel like I don't see it anymore. Besides now resellers being like ERD runway.
no, ERD sells. It's just like
crazy. I mean,
it's just like rich people clothing.
It's just rock star. It's fake
just,
rock star.
It's just
shit.
really for rich children.
It's like rich. It's like rich people streetwear.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. Which
Yeah.
is kind of what Chrome is too, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Fair.
So we're 6 months into Luke's, and you said that you're still kind of like gaining your footing, like understanding like the data-driven learnings. What's the average uniform of like the typical Luke's NYC shopper?
The thing is, like, I try to sell a diverse enough like range of things where it like there is no typical uniform. You know, it's like
Really?
there's like the streetwear kind of like R2S customer all the way up to like, you know, the like older like gay couple who are wearing like really cool like couture Balenciaga. You know, like it's like the full spectrum, and like to me that speaks really well to like our curation and just like the type of stuff we have that we can attract that many different types of people.
What about celebs? What fucking celebs are coming to?
I don't think I've really had any like celebs.
Really?
To be honest. I mean, Elijah Moore from the Jets came by. He's really fucking sweet. But besides that, like not really. No.
Okay.
I've had like stylists come through. But yeah, like Cardi B hasn't made it in yet.
Not yet.
She hasn't pulled up and blown a
Not
bag.
yet.
No, not yet. Soon come.
You told us last time that Yachty dropped $4 million in one visit at round 2. Like,
I did not fucking say that.
Yes, you
first.
did.
You said
Yes,
that
you
on the
did.
record, brother. We checked.
Jesus Christ. Well, that was a lie.
Do you know what the biggest spend has been in like one sitting at Luke's so far?
Probably like $5 or $6 grand. Like nothing insane.
Oh,
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were they cop?
Modest.
I don't know, a bunch of shit.
Was it just a fucking normie? Was it assistant?
Civilian.
I think a stylist has come through and spent like $4 or $5 grand on like gallery department jeans and shit. You know, like,
What do we think of that? What is that, dude?
What the fuck? How are they making so many hoodies?
It's streetwear for rich people, bro.
Is it?
Fucking bell bottoms for rich people, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
How are they making all these fucking hoodies?
I don't
Did you
get
see
it,
that
dude.
the Tosh tweet where he was
Yeah.
like, he's like, they're not making enough fucking hoodies for all y'all to be having.
Well, all that shit is definitely getting booted, right? Like they're definitely. I mean, galleries got to be like.
Yeah,
you got to
I
be
mean-
churning out fakes left and right.
Well, the thing is, like, especially because like there's nothing really to it, so it's like there's not like a fucking
Right.
Montclair-esque like, RFID chip embedded in their fucking
No.
LaFleur sweats. You know, like it's like it's a fucking knitted tag in some fucking sweatpants that they like spray painted. You know, like which is cool.
Yeah.
Make your own pair at home.
Exactly.
DIY.
Mhm.
Luke, we are kind of, I guess, in what you would call a post-hypebeast world. Like there is no archetype of like, you know, preem, BOGO. Like there's no.
What about essentials, dudes?
Okay,
That's
well,
a little
besides
different.
that, yeah, it's a little bit.
That's more like a dad.
Yeah.
So, what are the losers wearing these days? Is it is it essentials?
come on now.
Yeah.
We're asking you like as
Shout out
somebody.
Jerry, bro.
We're asking you as somebody. We're
I don't
asking you as
wanna go to
somebody.
hell.
Might want to marry a dude.
Yeah.
We're asking you somebody that is like boots on the ground in like the heart of LES,
Yeah.
right? Because we're there like every so often. We're not like fucking in the trenches.
Uh-huh.
So we're asking you like, what are the losers wearing?
Yeah, break it like build a whack fit.
Of what you're seeing daily.
Just something you're not comfortable in. How about that? That'll be my political answer.
Okay.
Wow, that sucks. I wanted specifics, dude.
You can go abstract without naming brands or hurting.
Well, no, because
people's
I have to
feelings.
name fucking brands, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, listen,
What are they wearing? You fucking Yeezys?
they're wearing fucking Noah, bro.
Okay.
Oh damn.
They're wearing Noah. They're wearing Our Legacy. They're wearing
Damn.
goddamn-
So you
No,
do you
just
think like that grown
I just
man
think, like-
streetwear guy is like a whack wankster?
No, not necessarily, but it's just like all that stuff is so fucking boring. You know, it's like just go by
By
Polo.
design.
Like, but it's like go buy fucking Polo. You know, like
Okay, that's
go
fair.
to like the source. You know, like go like to the like the fucking Guido leather store on Orchard. Just buy
Yeah.
like trousers. You know, like, it's
truly.
like, why are you like
The store that's just called Men's Fashion.
buying like ill-fitting like.
Yeah.
You know, like an ill-fitting pair of Noah trousers that has like a 6-page blog post about why we have to charge you $4.50 for it. It's like the most pretentious thing on fucking earth, you know? Like sorry.
Go
like,
off, brother.
But it's like
I
that
get
type of shit irks me. It's like trying to be like self-important and like self-actualize yourself when it's like we just live in a consumer culture and like if you make something that people want, people should fucking buy it, you know?
They're just doing their part, man.
I know. So am I.
But also, I
don't have a role.
Nobody wants a new Ralph. You're talking about like vintage Ralph.
I'm talking about like Ralph, yeah, like older Ralph, but like there's newer Ralph that's fine, you know? Like
Fine.
What about new J. Crew?
shout out Chris Black and them.
Are those the feelings you don't want to hurt?
No, J. Crew's cool. Like, it's fine. You know, it's like, it's not for me, but like, I think it's less pretentious than a lot of brands that are aspiring to be a J. Crew.
Okay.
Or a fucking-
Okay.
So when it
I
comes
see
to
what
like
you're
trends that you want to see guys lean away from, is it kind of like the conformity to like the cool guy Instagram fucking explore page shit?
Yeah, I think just like dress like your fucking self, you know, like, I mean, obviously, like, I still am like influenced by
Who
social
isn't?
media, like all people, but I'm more influenced by like people I see in the streets. I'm like, that looks sweet. I'm going to rip that off. You know, like, or-
Absolutely.
So trends to stay away from, like, yeah, I just think like, I just feel like people are dressing really fucking boring on purpose right now. I think Sambas fucking suck.
Thank you.
You know, Adidas in general. But
When you say boring, is it like you're dressing like everybody else, or is it like the stealth wealth shit where it's like muted fucking colorways?
Yeah, like
and,
aesthetically boring or boring because like we can see 5 guys wearing the same fit. in the
I
span of
think
10 minutes downtown.
in both of those,
Yeah.
you know, like aesthetically boring, but also just like boring, like because like dog, like you know, you're fucking wearing an essentials tracksuit. You know?
What's the most bozo shit? Being the fucking mayor of Broom Street, now that you're in the heart of LES, like what's the most bozo shit you see just on the daily? Forget like fits aside.
Yeah.
Is it just like
Behavior.
fucking people that can't handle their liquor?
I mean, yeah, like I've seen like, you know, like people who are, there's really not that much insane shit going on, you know, like surprisingly for the amount of J's that are like over on Eldridge Street, you know, like,
Not insane shit, but just like bozo shit. Because like,
what do you define as a bozo situation?
I don't know. I
Where
guess
do we
when I
begin?
think of what's that?
I said where to begin.
Yeah, when I think of like kind of the area you're in,
I
yes,
think-
like
I think all the like smoke shop adjacent shit is bozo shit.
Zaza core.
Yeah, like that's probably the coolest trend possible clothing wise. But I think like, yeah, it's just like walking,
Rick and Morty
like
sweatpants.
walking to like, I love Rick and Morty shit. Rick and Morty box logos.
Yeah.
That's why Supreme's failing because they're not fucking putting out what the people want. You know, like
real heat.
yeah, go to the
Rick and
fucking-
Mogos.
That shit's selling out in every boardwalk in the fucking country. All right, so
for a reason.
exactly, that's what I'm saying. Go hit boots on the ground.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's just like people. It's like always like dudes hang out in front of like smoke shops and like exotic snack food stores who are just like hassling people. You know, and it's like, bro, I don't want a pre-roll. You know,
Thanks for asking,
I
but I'm
don't.
good.
If I was going to buy blow, it would not be from you. Bud.
Yeah, right.
You know, like just so you know. And why are you assuming I do blow? You know,
Yeah,
Like,
what
I literally was walking through Soho and the guy was like, there's a dude like, you know, 4 people in front of me. And the guy's walking down. He's like, pre-rolls. And he's like, yo, I got pre-roll. And the guy's like, nah. He looks at me. He's like, pre-rolls and cocaine. And I was like, dog.
Dude, he read you like a damn book, dude. What the hell, dude?
See, you stood out. Everyone else was just
Yeah.
I
dressed-
know, I'm like-
everyone else was dressed as a pre-roll,
Exactly.
but you're dressed as a cocaine guy in a pre-roll world.
That's like a big old key.
Yeah,
You're a coke guy in a pre-roll world, baby.
Exactly.
anthropomorphic fucking key, dude. This guy right here.
I know.
You're not a tourist, bro. You don't look like a tourist. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly, yeah.
This guy can do coke and back at his actual, you know, his
Not that I-
crib,
not
not
that
a
I do
hotel
that,
room.
though.
Yeah, right. No,
Yeah.
of course not. This is all
Yeah.
hypothetical.
Can we talk about health and wellness real quick?
Of course.
Oh,
My
let's
so, like,
favorite
oh,
topic.
dude, yeah.
How's the journey going? How's the health and wellness journey going?
You know,
It's
Aramis?
I smoke cigarettes. You know? Well, the thing is, like, I like the idea of like trying to like be like a health like do as I say, not as I do.
Right,
You know,
totally.
like that is like the key tenet of my life in general.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so I have plenty of shit to kick, but you know, following the relationship advice that you give to your friend who's in a bad relationship is
Right.
harder than fucking giving it. You
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
and we're all in a bad relationship with seed oils.
Oh, is that,
really?
the,
Oh, yeah?
is that the number one culprit?
I don't actually. You know, like just be on
What the fuck do I
Instagram.
know?
I
So
mean,
the health
like-
and wellness journey is not going well. It sounds
No,
like.
it's good. I'm chilling. I work out. You know, I try to eat as healthy as I can. I don't vape.
What's the number one guilty pleasure right now besides darts?
Just like drinking too
Oh, yeah.
much. You know, like
Booze,
I fucking
just
like
boozing.
love drink. You know,
What's your drink of choice? Like if we went out, like where are we buying you at the bar?
Mezcal.
Yeah?
Like mezcal
Straight?
Negroni,
Neat? Okay.
mezcal on the rocks, or like mezcal soda. You know, like
Damn. Mezcal mommy over here.
I mean, yeah, it's like it's good and it's strong and it tastes good and it makes you feel alive.
Well, food wise, I think Lower East Side is like it's either a ZA store or fucking like the fake fashion men's fashion store, or it's like drunk food spot.
Yeah.
What's your drunk food of choice?
The deli.
Yeah.
There's a good deli on Broome and Ludlow that has like good sandwiches that we go to.
What's your sandwich? What are we doing?
Turkey club, no tomato, Sausalito, pepper jack.
The Aki Way?
You could go way worse than that. That's not bad. It's
Yeah,
club.
never,
Come on,
never,
bro.
never.
Yeah.
Don't forget
and
the
you
bev.
can't, and obviously you can't forget the bev. You know, add a Pops Heart on there. Maybe like maybe some
red velvet pancakes.
some red
the
velvet
Aki Way.
pancakes with fucking Fruit Loops mixed in, and maybe a beef patty.
and some chorizo
For
on
good
top.
measure, dude.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then like obviously like I like natural wine and shit too. But who doesn't?
Delicious.
You know, but
Juice, baby.
yeah.
Do you have any like extreme gallery brain wellness lifestyle takes that like if you espouse them explicitly, like might get you fucking like some side eye or even a cancellation or two?
Yeah.
What like crazy health takes?
Galaxy brain.
I'm big, like I think SSRIs and like all those antidepressants are really bad for people and for real. And I think that's like
Damn, you're under Tom Cruise shit, dude.
yeah, I am.
Let's not medicate the children.
Exactly. But the problem is everyone's on it. And so like it's in the water and shit too. You know, like they find it in fish and shit because you piss it out.
The fish are on
Wait,
Lexapro?
what?
Yeah, look that shit up.
The fish
For
are
real?
on, the fish are on Alexa
I don't
Pro.
eat seafood like that, so it's not a big deal.
Yo, let me
but-
get a fucking Zanny shrimp real quick, dude.
Exactly. A Zanny on the Barbie.
Yeah, dude. So you piss it out and it gets flushed, then it goes into the ocean, then the fishes are fucking slumped.
Yeah, I think so. Also,
Damn, dude.
plastics are bad, you know,
Sure.
microplastics and shit. But it's like, I think the thing that's like my nihilism would be what gets me canceled because it's like, yo, the world's done. Like we're cooked. You know, we have like maybe a generation left before.
Are you team
either-
no kids?
I don't have any.
Right, but
I mean,
like,
besides all the other fucking resellers.
nice. Besides the proverbial children.
Okay,
But
yeah, all my children.
Does your nihilism lead to like not gluttony, but kind of like a joie de vivre, where it's like we only got one generation left, fucking live it up?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like, you know, like I'm not fucking separating my plastics out of the trash.
Right.
You know, It's just
China,
go-
China ain't buying that shit anymore.
Thanks for admitting that publicly.
All right, canceled.
It is.
So, speaking of all this shit, like, so you moved here from LA how long ago? 'Cause you spent a lot of time here, obviously, but like you are now like fully in New York.
For now, I mean, I still have my crib in LA.
Right.
Mhm.
But what do you miss the most about LA?
My family there.
Oh, okay.
Besides the sentimental
Okay.
bullshit, what else do you miss about
But,
LA?
like,
Erewhon.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're an Erewhon girly.
Erewhon. It's just like the thing about LA, especially once we moved out of the east side and moved to the west side, it's like you stop trying to like make LA something that it's not, which is fun or cool. And like,
Nice.
you know, just enjoy it for what it is, which is like the nicest, like, you know, ostensibly the nicest place to live on earth, you know, like great weather,
Ocean.
beautiful. You can go anywhere. You can go to like,
Get more space.
yeah,
in New
exactly.
York,
You know,
obviously.
like it has like,
$24 smoothies.
yeah, like it has Erewhon, but it also has like full size grocery stores right
Right,
there.
right.
You know, like,
Ralph's, baby.
it has a Costco 10 minutes from my house in a way that I could never do that out here.
Mm.
You know, so it's like there's just a lot of like intangible things that are nicer about LA than it's like it just reminds me of like growing up in like, you know, a suburban small town, you know, in Virginia.
but still clouded.
Exactly. You know, like I'm still goated with the sauce.
Because you could just like move to Iowa.
I mean, I want to move back to my hometown of Virginia so bad. It's just like I need to be able to make money.
You're Richmond? Is that the
Charlottesville,
Okay,
really.
okay.
Is that why you want to do e-com or like transition to e-com? You can just fucking.
Well, I just think e-com's less moving parts and I can run it like a lot more efficiently and leaner with less people.
Oh, yo, what's up with the Charlottesville airport? James and I had a fucking quick little layover. Why does that exist? There's the 2 gates.
Where the fuck was your layover for like what?
We were going to
Go to
Atlanta,
Atlanta.
to then go to
There's like a tornado or
Augusta.
something.
Oh, and they stopped you in Charlottesville?
Yeah.
I love that airport, by the way.
Really?
That's why I fly American because they fly into Charlottesville.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
straight.
I guess there is no crowds because it cannot handle more than 50 people at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but also the interesting thing is like there's so many like hedge fund managers who own horse farms outside of Charlottesville. So if you sit in that airport for a couple hours, you'll see PJs flying in and out
Oh,
all
shit.
the time. And so a lot of
Okay.
dudes, instead of like moving to Connecticut or Long Island, they'll move down there because the property tax
It's a bank friendly state.
And then it's a right to work state too, so you can just fire people for whatever.
Hell yeah.
And
Luke Charlottesville coming
let
soon.
me tell you. But yeah, so like, you know, like it's beautiful. The Piedmont's amazing. You know, like there's like huge, beautiful horse farms, but like it still has like, I compare it a lot to like what I imagine Aspen's probably like, which is
Okay.
like in a pretty rural setting. There's like
White as hell.
a nice like
rich guy paradise.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it wasn't as much like that growing up, but now it kind of has become that. But it's like also like it's walkable in the downtown area. It's beautiful. Has really good restaurants. Like there's mad.
Well, the airport needs a fucking Shake Shack.
That one hate crime blip on the radar aside.
Well,
doing pretty good.
It sucks because like I've never experienced anything horrible like that growing up there. And so,
As a
like,
white man.
Got his ass.
Well,
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
as the most persecuted type person in America. You know?
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Cut that.
Did you have to leave your cars behind? Like, are you pushing anything? Are you whipping anything right now in New York?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
Do you miss that?
Yeah, I genuinely like driving.
Yeah.
I
You
like
had a
that.
fucking fleet, an armada, right?
Yeah, I sold all that shit.
Oh, really?
damn.
Well, I sold a lot of it to buy the house for the down payment of the house.
Got it.
And just like it's a lot. It's just like it was just kind of like a hobby to have because like once COVID kind of like I wouldn't say ended, but like I had to get back to work. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like I no longer have like 20 hours a week to be like
Tinkering.
like taking cars to different garages.
Yeah,
and shit,
Sure,
you know, like,
absolutely. So is that what you miss the most about LA is whipping around?
driving, just like
Weather.
you know, just like being able to just like chill, go to the grocery store and like stuff like that.
So then what was the
Man.
thing that you were so pumped to like leave behind when you're like, I'm going to spend the majority of my time on the East Coast?
Well, I wasn't really that pumped to do so. I want to open a store in LA so I can spend time in both places.
Oh, shit.
You're in LA is greater than New York. Guy.
No, I need both to be truly happy guy.
Okay.
Like they both have things about
You're
them.
bisexual.
I need two girlfriends. Sorry,
Yeah.
ladies.
When it comes to coasts, you're bisexual.
Exactly. But it's like there are things that I want out of both places and
Right.
lifestyles from both things
Yep.
that I need. Like New York is super like energetic and like
Mhm.
most of my network is here. Most of my really good friends are here. And I want to I like New York. I love New York, but like I also need to like rest and like recharge in LA and like
Totally.
it's easier to be healthy there.
Get some vitamin
Oh,
D.
There's like
absolutely.
no
Without a
healthy
doubt.
food in New York.
It's tough. It's tough.
Like
Are you going out in LA or no? That's another thing.
that's
too.
well, it's yeah. Like,
You're
there's
not
nothing to
partying
do.
like that.
Apartment, like I'm not going to fucking apartment 200. You know, like
True.
Yeah, there's nothing to do in LA. Have you thought of like, do you ever think that you could get out the retail resell game and like live the life of normie? We've kind of talked like vaguely about like, your future dreams.
I would like to that. What I really want to do is like media stuff. You know,
Yeah?
like I'd love to like be on TV, like you know, like do like Anthony Bourdain.
I'd love to be famous.
I don't want to be famous. I just want to fucking like it's easy just being in front of a camera. and
Who's that
talking
reseller
shit.
guy that had a show on Netflix in like Phoenix?
Oh,
or
Slobby
shit?
Robbie?
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
Sloppy
yeah,
Robbie.
You guys should have him on here. You kind of got the same vibe.
I'm trying to get slobby with Robbie.
Yeah,
Dude, that dude's slopped up, bro.
he's OD.
Like, is
Okay,
that
so,
the shit we're
you wanna
talking
be a
about?
host? You want to be a host?
I want to do like I would love to do like some Anthony Bourdain shit and kind of like explore the human
Oh, wouldn't we all?
condition.
What about having your own
through, like,
podcast?
You ever think about that?
The world needs more electricians and plumbers.
That's
Bob.
absolutely true.
But yeah, of course I've thought about it. It's just like I think it would have to make sense first
Yeah.
and not seem like I'm like forcing it just to do it.
You seem
know?
like you're really relishing like the reels and the content that you're putting out, which is like super entertaining. James and I love it. We talked about it a bunch, like leading up to doing like your interview. And I feel like you're just a natural kind of showman in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, is that do you look forward to doing those? Like,
not necessarily look forward to them, but like me and Nate, my roommate out here, who like helps me with all of it and edit it. Like we're both like giggling at the shit that I say
Yeah.
when we do. You know, like it's easy to edit it when it's like when you're entertained by it. You know?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you like, because when round 2 had like the YouTube show
Yeah.
and Sean became like a celebrity, was any part of you like butthurt? Because you're like, that should have been me.
No, I never thought about it in those terms at all.
Okay.
You know, and Sean's like one of the most charismatic people I've ever met in my life, you know, and he like, I think all his celebrity is well deserved.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But so if even when you are on TV, I mean, you're still like a star. Like you could never be a normie, right? Like you have to kind of be like doing like be like an oddball or like zag when people zig.
I don't know. Like, I don't like that's probably true, but I don't think about things in those terms, you
Right.
know? I'm just like,
When you're tired of your fucking horse farm in
Yeah.
Piedmont
That's
or whatever the
exit
fuck.
strategy.
Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like do a consulting agency or some shit like that where I can kind of
Okay.
work remotely and fly into the city.
on your
'cause
PJ,
it's
baby.
a 45-minute flight, you know, like so.
yeah, it was
It
up
is
and
so
down.
fast.
Yeah, it's fucking sick. Like one time I flew from Dulles to fucking Charlottesville, which is outside of DC, and
Yeah.
it literally was like boop boop. Like it was
15?
a 12-minute flight.
Okay, cool.
There was
even
15 in the air.
I've never been on a flight that.
There wasn't
like,
even like a flight attendant announcement about like how to use your seatbelt.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're just like, bro, like, you know.
Yeah, it's 12
You go-
minutes. We're good.
Yeah,
whatever.
like if we die
Like,
on
you wanna
if we
fly
die
the
on this
plane?
one, that's gonna be our bad.
Yeah.
That's on us.
That's our fault, boss man.
Well, you did have a big media moment recently where you and your boys Vincent Forgy and Justin Reed got the elite New York Times John Caramanica treatment, whereas like a profile on like the world that you guys occupy and lead, but it's really just like you three were the stars. Who else do you think should be like? Who are the other goats in the resale game that people should be shopping with? Put them on. If we don't know them already,
I think,
or is it like nobody? Goddamn,
I don't know. Like I think it's like one of those things where it's difficult to like plug people because it's like they don't have like a storefront to like go to. So it's like I don't want to like send people to like someone's Grailed page, you know, like you know what I'm saying,
like IG or whatever,
with a private showroom.
Exactly. Like there are people who are really talented and really good in the space, but it's like also I think it's on the consumer to go find people who are legit because I don't want to fucking shout some other reseller out and
do the work.
Happen, you know? Yeah.
Right. God forbid. Well, so how do you shop for yourself? How do you cop? How's Luke cop?
I buy shit that comes in the store.
Really?
I just take shit home. Yeah.
You don't fucking shop like a civilian or normal.
I rarely go. I bought like these shorts, you know, but like I rarely go shop.
Do you cop shit from the? Do you take shit from the store and then like wear it and then like kind of put it back on the rack?
Yeah, like wear it and then when over it, I'll dry clean it.
Oh,
like,
it's fire.
That's actually like the ultimate like hack, dude.
Yeah, we need to open up a fucking store.
God, fuck, dude.
Well, if you guys, you know, if you need help with operations, I can maybe come on.
Honestly,
it'll be nothing but our legacy, so you won't be welcome there.
I'm like, okay, yeah.
What's some shit? Okay, what's some shit that maybe you would never ever sell?
Like I don't know, Zaza.
No,
I know. Like brand wise,
no, like a specific piece that like has come in the store and that you've maybe there's a sentimental reason why you would never ever move it.
Something I wouldn't get rid of.
Yeah.
Bro, I would fucking sell anything.
Really?
I don't give a fuck.
Sell water to a whale.
Yeah, few like I don't think there's any. I guess like one thing that I still have is like when we first started making good money with R2, I bought a pair of 01 Royal ones.
Oh, okay.
And I would never wear those again, you know, but I still have them. And every
not
time
even 85s, 01s.
No, no 01s, like the mid top, you know, because I was like that was like 2013. Like no one gave a fuck about 85s back then. We were getting 85s for like $200 back then, and we're like these fucking old smoke.
But you have those, and those are like just chilling.
And I'm just like, I feel like this is something because this was like one of like I wish I hadn't got rid of my sub that I had first bought when I had money. You know,
okay,
like,
sure.
But I did, you know, and I traded for a Prezi. So it's like,
yeah, we leveled up a little bit.
But is that so? Those sneakers are like what you've held on to the longest. And like
probably, yeah.
You would sell, but you just,
I don't even think I would like
really
because like at this point, it's like, what the fuck's the point, you know? I have to be like down bad, you know. It's like that's like bad. You know, they said what was the meme where it's like hood dude selling his PS4 is like filing for bankruptcy, you know? Like,
yeah,
it's like that. It'd be like that.
Yeah. So if you ever see Luke listing the 01 fucking
just
Royals,
know either like you know had an ego.
He finally took that coke
mushrooms.
He finally took that coke from the guy on Broadway.
Dude.
Exactly.
Fucking pray for your boy.
Exactly.
He's down horrendous.
Yeah, right before I do the GoFundMe, I'll sell those shoes and try to work it out first.
Luke, just back in the napkin math, how much do you think you spent on clothing in your lifetime? Without
my God.
Just what's gone out, not what's come in, but what's gone out.
Like what I bought from like clothing wise?
Yeah.
It's got to be
millions.
Right?
I don't know if like M's, but like, you know, I would say
M?
high six figures.
Really? It's got to be.
It's got to be an M, bro.
It's got to be an M at least.
I definitely ran through some fucking bread wasting money on clothes when we were up, you know, 100%.
Oh, what was the dumbest purchase you made when you were up?
Oh, I don't know. Just like clothes that I wore once that I didn't think that didn't actually look cool on me, or I bought them because I was just like impulsive, you know, like.
Just you weren't discerning at all. You're like, fuck it. Let it.
Fuck it. Give me the Dragon Ball Z shirt.
Swipe it.
Give me the airbrush Vegeta drinking lean denim jacket.
No, that's a banger, dude. We ain't never selling
that's another thing I'll never sell.
Yeah, frame that. Put that
my shirt king fade Vegeta drinking lean.
Put that next to the Keith polo.
Exactly.
Okay, once and for all, what is the number one selling brand? Is it Balenci?
I would say like Rick does really well for me. Vet does super well for me. Chrome does well for me. Balenciaga obviously does well for me. Probably those. Mainly.
What's
Louis does good too.
Like Virgil Louis.
Good Louis, you know, like this.
Right.
Like the shit I wear.
Mm-hmm. That you can buy in 2 weeks.
This I probably keep. You know. But yeah, like Virgil era Louis does really well. Kim Jones Louis does well because like that's
Supreme collab and shit.
Or just like the blue stuff, you know, because it's like a little bit different, a little bit cooler.
It was tasteful.
Yeah. Exactly.
Way better than whatever the fuck is happening at Dior. God damn. Does anyone
we're in collab hell?
Does like Dior own, like as a guy who's in the trenches, like we talked about Matthew Williams, Givenchy having like no value,
no juice,
right? As a financial
Dior
instrument.
Actually does surprisingly well for me.
Yeah. So you take it and you sell Dior own.
Yeah. And I try to sell Givenchy. It's just like doesn't actually sell.
Right. Like you learned your lesson the hard way.
Yeah.
Like the rabbit ear shit.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
There was a hat with like fucking.
Oh, you're talking about like I thought it was a comb beanie.
No, that was before the new Givenchy shit. When like
he sold it. He had a collection where there was baseball hats and there was like
Cardi.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah, there's some shit.
Those are nasty work.
Hell yeah.
Those are horrible.
What sits though besides Matthew Williams era Givenchy?
Like certain times, sometimes I'll buy shit and I'm like, I'm surprised this is still here. You know, like obviously I overprice all my vintage, so like my vintage kind of sits. But I also like looking at it and like having it.
Is that why you overprice it so that like it's like
well, it's just like
good fixture from the store?
I curate my vintage based more on wear than on like category, you know, or by like than whatever the fuck's on it. So it's like it's hard to replace good like smoked out vintage tees. So I'm like, to me, it commands a premium in my opinion.
The more smoked, the better. Versus
to
like
a point.
Prodigy versus Tool versus Metallica. You're like,
I mean, Prodigy's
smoked.
fucking, you know, Prodigy poured his head. All that trip hop shit is like really good. And, you know, like shout out fucking Justin from Varsity LA and Elliot from 194, because those are like, you know, and obviously Brian and Jess from ProCell. Like those are all people who kind of like brought those tees to the forefront and like made Bjork's valuable and shit. But
we
like,
hit 194 and Varsity like back to back when we were in LA, and we had a great time.
I think those are
fucking
legitimately probably the two best clothing stores in Los Angeles.
And
straight up.
I mean, what's better? Like, Ace Lorenzo fucking sucks.
No, Mohawk General Store. Shout out our fucking family.
Shout out Steve. Shout out Bo.
What else is good in LA? Oh, what about Departamento? People fuck with that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. But it's like, why the fuck I want to go downtown for?
That's true.
Unless I'm going to Soho House.
And then it's tacos.
Or get some trash heroin.
It's a little black tar for the to balance the humor
For the ladies.
For the fellas.
to balance the humors. Let's see what else is good in LA. I mean, yeah, Mohawk's good. You know, like I think it's rare to find a good multi-brand, especially in that space. Because also like Mohawk,
you don't even have it in New York, bro. It doesn't exist. It's like over.
We got
it doesn't. Not really.
Well, Quava,
it's
Dover, depends what you like.
But like, you know, I grew up shopping at fucking Need Supply, so Mohawk kind of like speaks to me.
Well, Need Supply was kind of the blueprint.
Yeah, like Mohawk kind of speaks to me in a nostalgic way because it reads Need Supply by, you know,
a lot of wood.
RIP Totokayo too, which I think was probably the best store in New York. Opening ceremony I loved to death. But opening ceremony,
in the eulogy portion of the fucking podcast,
I treat opening ceremony the same way I treated Karma Loop or Essence, which is just like only buy shit on sale.
Oh, of course,
deep discounts.
That's why Essence exists.
I mean, Essence. I told you my theory about how Essence is just 2023 Karma Loop, right? Like,
well,
that's what it is. Like,
it's just,
no one like they buy everything, they have everything, and it all goes 90%.
Well, they're almost like
too shit until it does.
They're almost like too powerful because brands need it. They make huge buys, but then
what's gonna happen when they fold in 2 years?
Well.
You heard it here first,
some whispers in the fucking ether right now, but it is like they are so algorithmically driven when it's like, all right, here's exactly when we're cutting the price of everything to this exact dollar.
Because they build themselves as a tech company. Is that why? Okay. Yeah, man, good for them. Good, makes sense.
Yeah, but like they're throwing around so much money that brands can't say no to that. Their terms like, hey, we're going to put your shit on sale before anybody else, before you.
Yeah,
can.
True.
Yeah, and like, you know, a lot of brands hate those terms. You know, like,
but they can't say no choice, bro. You can't.
Yeah, but it's like, are you going to turn down a $3 million buy every season?
This is why. This is how Barney's fucked over about a bunch of young brands. Right?
Yeah,
and then all these young brands went bankrupt, and then see what happens.
I heard Real is like on the way out too.
Well,
I think it's so difficult.
They can't authenticate their shit, bro.
Oh no shit. I think it's difficult to scale what I do or what me or Real wants to do.
Well, yeah, you can't scale taste.
And well, it's also you just can't really scale authentication past a certain point because it's so human driven and there's not that many people who are actually good
at the AI looking at these bags.
Yeah, dog. It's like great. Like it's like it's like AI doesn't know shit, you know?
Yeah.
And it's hard because like
shark to do that shit.
And it's like, you know, if you're so good at fucking authenticating and knowing how to resell shit, why the fuck are you gonna go work for a tech company? You know, like, you could make more money doing the shit yourself. You know, like,
well, a lot of people don't have that gene in them or that like drive in them.
Yeah, I think
they don't got that
I think
dog.
The term, yes, the dog in them.
Luke, has anyone ever tried to barter with you, like with something like particularly weird besides fiat or crypto, like or just like clothes? Like, does anyone come in and be like, "Yo, take this fucking French bulldog"?
Do you know what's funny is there's like there's a
dinosaur egg.
There's a dude who like comes into the store now. He's coming to R2 and they were like, bro, they're like, this man took a fit pic with a dog and then sold the dog on a story the next day.
Yo, really? Savage, bro. That's a savage move.
I was like, yo, if you go to Doxon, let me know.
I'm trying to re-up.
I'll get another one.
Anything particularly like ridiculous that like
not really, but you know, if anyone listening
24 hours with my wife.
Brothers, if anyone listening to this has one of those like stand-up AC units, I need a couple of those for the summer. And I'm definitely willing to
Dyson,
trade.
like
not the ones that have the. It's for the basement, so I can't have the ones with the hoses, but I'll take a couple like AC fan units
for what? for some Louis hats
for store credit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn. All right. You
Good
heard
to
it
know.
here.
Good to know.
Tap in, fam.
Yeah.
Bring this man an AC unit for his basement.
I know that like Luke's NYC is such an extension of your personal taste and your style, and like obviously that's why it's working and why it cannot be replicated or necessarily like ripped off. And I know that you're so self-confident in your own sense of style, but have you ever gone through a style phase that looking back you now fucking regret?
Every time I look back at my old picture, I actually was thinking about this earlier. I was like, damn, my fit's so good right now. But I was like, I remember thinking that for every shitty fit pick I took for the past 10 years, So yeah, I think every fit I put together that's more than a year old is god awful,
That's how you know it's good though.
Yeah.
I'm always like, oh God, I can't believe I was.
How would you describe your personal style right now as we're sitting here chopping it up?
Oh, and this we can also get into my trend forecast, right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, just like I kind of have a uniform, I just wear vintage tees and fucking like little shorts and like, like little like slutty designer shoes, or like Asics, like, like sporty shoes.
You're sporty and rich.
You're a sporty slut. Sporty and slutty.
I used to be rich. I'm sporty and middle class right now.
You're
$1,000 air.
Yeah, exactly.
Slutty and middle class.
I'm a 5-figure boy.
Okay, so what trends do you think are going to pop off this summer?
So like, I don't have like a way to like quantify this. I don't have a name for it, but it's like the way that what I'm seeing in the streets of New York right now is in the same way that everybody in LA bought like a cheap vintage car that stood out, but was actually cheaper than a new car, but like was way vibier, whether it's like an 80s Mercedes, like an early 2000s BMW, something like that. That's like cool as fuck that people are going to turn heads at, but is like actually not that expensive is how I'm seeing people dress right now. So they're like I see people like, I saw a good friend of mine pop out and like fly knit chuckas the other day. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, that's what made my like the light bulb go off. I'm like, because that's like ostensibly like a $50 pair of shoes right now, but everyone's going to be like, oh shit, those are hard.
Right.
And so it's like,
were they the HTM fly knit chuckas?
That's the first thing I asked and they were not. But they were good.
But you could even probably get HTM fly knit chuckas for like
$250.
Like who wants
if you catch Russ fucking in one of his little moods selling
right?
the shit he got for free, you could probably catch him cheap.
Absolutely, dude. But story sale king, bro.
that's my story sale king for sure. I don't know about everybody. But
so it's like not expensive, but it's like a esoteric,
like
but
esoteric
cheap.
Uniqueness, like
standing out. Is that like the IG mindset of like, oh, like this?
Well, I think it's like it's the backlash to the IG or TikTok mindset where everyone's dressing the same and hanging out in front of ALD.
Right.
Everyone at ALD dresses.
It's the beat the algo fit.
Exactly.
You should be trying to beat the algo with your fit.
This is the we back outside fit.
I mean, because this is the first summer where it feels like everyone's back outside.
It's about to be crazy.
It's about to go crazy.
It's insane. And so like I've been buying like the like nasty like early 2000s like wide shoulder jerseys, on some like you got
like
served
the little Charles Sprewell shit.
Yeah, like you got served
like
extra.
the high school LeBrons.
Exactly.
Are you wearing it backwards?
No, but it's reverse. I bought a Jordan one's reversible. But like I think it's just like people are trying to like express themselves in a way that's like not super expensive because I think I don't think we're actually in a recession, but I think people think that we are and are sort of being more conservative with their money.
And perception is reality in that regard.
Yeah, I mean it's self-fulfilling.
Wait, so you're telling me that like a harder fit for like a young impressionable guy who wants to like hang out, look cool, get pussy, whatever. Right now, you're telling me that like the right throwback jersey is like better than wearing like a Bode crocheted fucking shirt.
Well, first of all, I think Bode is like one of the best brands around. I'm gonna show you my fit.
Okay.
This is your.
I made my friend take a picture of me the other day. And
this is your go-to slutty summer fit.
It's
You do love your good Bode. This pod I think is kind of split on Bode.
Really? See like this.
Show the camera.
You look like you're going to the fuck like to a CrossFit. Like
I mean, most of that is just like the pose, right? And the fucking
he's
aura. The jersey,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Bode is one of, if not, first of all,
how do they sell with your clientele?
But that actually might be the best selling brand in
really?
store.
Fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't really sell online. It sells
crazy
like fucking water.
Stealth wealth, bro. Everyone, that's the thing. You're like, there's no logo or whatever, but everyone fucking knows you're wearing Bode, bro.
I think it's
Bode
people
guy.
more. I don't see it as a stealth wealth brand. I see it as like really well reinterpreted vintage, fake vintage.
That's fair too. I mean, I'm not saying it's not well made.
Yeah,
we know the factories.
It's like slow food, but for fucking clothes. You know
yeah,
it's slow clo.
It's cottage core.
Yeah, exactly.
Farm to closet, bro.
But that also means that a lot of people are coming in with their Bode to give up to you.
Well,
right?
who else is buying it? That's the other.
And you're buying a specific type
just
of
you.
big brain Bodie too, as you say, the good Bodie, the best.
I mean, I'll
Bodie.
take some mid-ass Bode, but like, you know, like I genuinely, I wear Bode and I really, really like Bode. Like if I'm on my like menswear, like not like dressing like a homeless person vibe, you know, like I'm wearing Bode 90% of the time.
Yeah,
Like
that's when you're getting offered the pre-roll,
Supreme
not the
trousers or Issei trousers,
right?
Bode button up, you know, or like a Bode shirt. Or
Let's
Bode
circle
jacket.
back in here and see if you regret these fits,
Yeah.
because it sounds like it's a 1 year thing.
Is
yeah.
Issei
But hey,
still
you're
moving
living for
crazy,
it.
too?
Issei goes crazy. Yeah, Issei does really well.
Just the pleats.
Yeah,
Because again,
please,
it's like
please.
you're now the guy in fucking pleats, bro. The
Yeah.
AC pleats. We know. We see you.
Yeah, Issei pleats go crazy.
What about like the non-pleat shit? Because like we see some
that
like
shit
big
doesn't
brain
do
stuff.
super well?
Really?
for me. But it's also like it's all wacky fitting vintage. It's like does
Yeah.
Issei make non-pleat shit generally right now? Or is
I
it
believe
like
so.
fully pleats? Because you go to the Issei store like in Tribeca, it's all pleats.
They're pushing pleats. They're
I mean,
pushing
that's-
P because they know
yeah,
that's what
they're
people
pushing
want.
P.
They are pushing.
They're pushing P-leads.
But yeah, so like where are you guys? Like who's pro Bode, who's anti Bode in this pod?
He's very vehemently anti-Bode.
I'm dying on that hill,
And
bro.
for
Are
me,
you?
Yeah.
For me, I'm just like
honestly really surprising to me.
can you just explain why? Like I just don't get why.
I just think it's like your basic. Here's my problem is because you're wearing it and you think you're a fucking stylish fucking man about town. You might as well be wearing all over print Gucci or a Supreme box logo.
So you think it's
Everyone
like
fucking knows.
you think it's like elevated like tackiness?
Yeah,
Tacky
it's
shit?
just like and
Is
I-
this true of so many? Isn't it true of ALD even?
This is true of a lot of brands. I'm just saying, but like Bode for me, for whatever
Is
reason,
that
seems
why
to get
you're-
a lot of passes from people.
Is that why you dripped out in full Drakes because people don't know?
sure.
Check out my kerchief.
Or OL, you know, or like the brands that we do like. I think it whatever. But yeah.
Because to me, Bode fits so strongly into y'all's wheelhouse.
It's very it is ostentatious. I think that like yes, I think that a lot of our guys do like it and wear it, but the hate towards it I think is like a fucking overreaction.
Hit him with the Jonah quote. Because this is the best distillation of Bode.
Jonah Hill, who is no, not into it.
Jonah Hill, who's been biting my style for the better part of a fucking decade. Continue.
He's the fabulous of guys that, you know, chill in Mulberry.
That's honestly true.
Yeah.
Okay.
He told us that he stopped wearing Bode because if you walk into a party, like you're the Bode guy, right? Wearing Bode. And God forbid, and now that it has gotten popular, you run into someone else wearing Bode. Like there can't be two Bode guys at the function.
Can't, bro. You can't do the Spider-Man meme with if your whole thing is esoteric cool guy, and then there's another esoteric cool guy wearing the same shit. It's a wrap.
That's why I keep the hammer in the toe bag.
Yeah. Spin the block. Saw another Bode man.
Listen, I'm gonna go to the deli and get a sandwich. If I come back and you're still wearing Bode, I'm gonna air this bitch out.
Not a road man, I'm a Bode man.
And that's not
Exactly.
to say it's not beautifully made and that like, you know, they do great stuff. It's just like what people think it represents to me. There is a big difference from what it actually represents, in my opinion.
It does have some pick me ass motherfucking energy, but like
What does? I mean, it's like
Bode.
I'm a pick me ass guy.
And also that's
Yes, you are.
And that's the finance.
But
bro.
you're a rock star, so you can
Yeah.
wear this shit. A lot
but
of
I
guys
think
can't.
it is becoming like, you know, like that style is going into like the cool finance bro
100%,
shit,
bro.
you know?
Absolutely.
And it's like,
Yeah.
and that actually is a point I haven't really thought about, but you make a really good point is like, since their brand identity is so strong, is that going to be one of those trendy ass brands where you're like, damn, this motherfucker's wearing Bode
Do
back in the
they
day? Like,
sell Bode at Dover Street?
no, but they sell it at Mohawk. They sell
Don't
it
they sell
at
it at Hirschleifers?
probably.
I don't know if
Because
that's
I'm
true.
just picturing
Is
like
Hirschleifer's good? I've never been.
I think it's good in a nasty way.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Very nasty. I mean,
we should-
in a Kith
I mean,
treats like, you know,
we should
pop-up
road
nasty
trip
way.
out there though.
I would
Yo, it would
love
be
to. I
amazing,
would love to
bro.
go. That'd
Yeah.
be so sick. That'd be fun.
But I think
Apparently
there's a Murray Hill guy who puts on his Bode and comes downtown and is cosplaying for the weekend.
100%.
Right?
I think
and
there's-
a
But
lot of
isn't
brands like
isn't
that.
he fucking doing that if he goes to hang out on Mulberry Street and wearing full ALD?
100%. I think that there's a
There's enough trickle down of the Bode aesthetic that like
Yeah.
this guy might not be wearing Bode. He might
Sure.
be wearing another brand that is ripping off Bode with the
but
fucking
it's like it's
grandma
still,
shit.
It's the same Pinterest board, right?
Exactly.
yes,
Gotcha.
yeah. It was the brand that Rowing Blazers was selling that was literally just fake Bode.
Stan. It's
Stan.
called Stan. It was literally called Stan.
Yeah, do you know about there was a fake?
No.
There's a fake.
Rowing Blazer sells other brands.
No,
well, it was like a.
It was his boy. He tried to put him
Yeah.
on. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, like our dads went to fucking Harvard together.
Yeah,
Some
Rowing
shit. I don't
Blazers
know.
should sell other brands because their brand is fucking ass.
Oh, are you? You're the guys that have the beef with the Rowing Blazers
Yeah,
guys,
bro.
right?
Well, we're one of a few, but yeah.
I've heard.
Get in line.
Take a number.
I've actually heard kind of bad things about.
Yeah, we can move on. We
Yes,
don't need to give this
sir.
guy any fucking airtime.
I want to talk about New York City because you've now spent. So Luke's has been operating for 6 months. How long have you been in the city full time?
Back in. I mean, like.
Because I know you've been back and forth, but like,
I mean, I've been here since March.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
No. What the fuck?
No, I mean, I
month
went
is
to
it?
LA in March, but I'm saying like I guess like almost
May.
a year.
A little over a
back.
year.
Yeah,
a little over a year.
yeah.
Okay.
It is May.
Now that you've spent a significant amount of time here, when you were on the pod 2 years ago, you made the claim that New York City is the most overrated food city in the world. Do you stand by that?
Yes.
Has it become even more overrated?
Ooh.
No,
Honestly,
I
I
think it's
might
less
be-
overrated because I've found like
You found your spots.
I think it really depends on what you're looking for. Like
Fair.
so like I think New York does like fine dining a lot better than anywhere else, but that's not really what I'm into most
No.
of the time. And so I think that's kind
Maybe
of where
once in a blue moon.
maybe that's where that statement came from for me.
Mm.
It's like just because it doesn't really match my
Taste.
Literal. Although
taste.
I think LA is not as good as I gave it credit for as well. I think the best food city in the country is probably Chicago.
Damn, dude, we had a fucking good ass time.
Because you're a
over there.
fucking big meat eater? Like,
yeah.
Not just because I think that like
Meatsman.
I think Chicago is cheap enough where like people can take risks in open restaurants
without being pretentious.
exactly, and like chefs can actually do what the fuck they want to do because their rent's only $1,500.
Right.
or
New York is
whatever.
tough because it's so fucking expensive. You need like
Yeah.
huge corporate
It's the
backing.
same reason there's no multi brands here because it's too fucking expensive to start
Right.
that.
Exactly. You can't have you can't have a sub 200 or sub 400 omakase in New York. You can't have a fucking multi-brand.
Yeah,
It's goddamn curse of the
exactly.
greatest city in the
But
motherfucking
yeah,
world.
I think New York's good. It's just like it doesn't really fit like the way I like to go out to eat a lot.
What are
of
your
the time.
spots? Like, where do you like to go out to eat?
Um,
We don't have to gatekeep. What are we doing?
the Skinny in the lower is like the worst dive bar in the world, but it has like the best food. It has like the best wings.
Hell yeah.
What else is good? King Dumpling on Hester is really good and cheap. Scars obviously,
Sure.
because there's the Williamsburg pizza right there, but Williamsburg pizza is horrible.
There's one in Lower East Side?
Yeah, there's one on Allen. It's like literally I can see it from the store, but
Okay.
I just like, yeah, it's gross.
What about the heart pizza with the ricotta cheese?
I want to go get the Jadakiss all crust pizza from Cuts and Slices.
Dude.
dude.
Have you ever been to Cuts and
No, is it
Slices?
good?
No, I want to go so bad, bro.
I actually know a dude who works there. We should go.
Bro,
on like a month.
get some
The
oxtail.
oxtail looks
Dude, we should go, and then we're going to
slump-
Hirschleifer's, I believe, afterwards.
honestly, I'm down for that if you guys want to do that.
slump
one
for
day.
a week with the oxtail is pizza. Come on.
I mean, that shit looks, and that guy crushes on social
Well,
media.
I know him from sneaker reselling. He's,
Oh, nice.
He's from that world.
yeah, he's really fucking
that
cool.
tracks.
Yeah, he's a really nice
You
guy.
literally can't take a bite of a slice in that shop without getting a camera in your face and getting the review, beloved. Like
Yeah.
you can't. Like it's
I'm
incredible.
like, this is delicious.
Is it close to you? Is it close to you?
I
Kind
could
of.
walk.
I think it's off
but
Hughes. Jay,
it's
right?
probably like a 15-minute trek for me. But yeah, I've just never gone. But I want to so
I
badly.
want to as well.
and try every fucking.
I want to try all 4 of the oxtails.
Yeah,
Mm.
dude.
There's 4?
Sweet
Goddamn.
chili,
Sweet chili,
curry.
brown stew, and there's like another one.
Bro, he's been going. You know who put me on a Cuts and Slices? Shout him out, Upscale Vandal, dude.
yeah, that tracks.
I know we're
Is
credited
he
too.
Luke's customer?
No, but
Upscale?
you should slide
He
Yeah,
should.
absolutely.
Come
He's
on.
got that bread, bro.
Yo, he'll drive us out to Hirschlife in the fucking
in the
Maybach
in
truck
the-
or whatever the
yeah,
fuck. he's
I'd be
working
down
now.
for that. What else is good? Anton's in the West Village is probably my favorite restaurant overall.
Okay.
Dowza is the best hand roll spot in the city. In
Oh,
my
shit.
opinion. It's right next to the shop on Allen and Delancey. What else? The deli on Broome and Ludlow is
Yeah,
really good.
The Aki Way. The
Um,
Mooky Way.
the Mooky Way.
The Mooky Way.
Damn,
Good title.
it's you put a Milky Way on your sandwich. That's the Mooky Way. What else is good? I mean, like there's good shit in Essex Market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mighties.
went to Superiority Burger
do
2
you
weeks
think?
ago.
Yo, he owns Williamsburg. That's our guy. Ash.
Yeah.
He does Williamsburg pizza too.
Oh well, I don't know what happened with Williamsburg
So
Pizza.
how's Superiority Burger?
It
What's
was
the review?
We're
One
trying
of,
to go so
one of the
bad.
best meals I've had in the past
Gulesin?
6 months.
Yeah.
Really?
Everyone is
Ma-
saying it's still in the soft opening.
It always
on-
was.
it's-
Did you have it before?
Yeah,
It always was fire.
I know, but it was like I don't know if it either got better or maybe my taste had just changed. But it's
Well,
like,
the menu's also
it
expanded
was
significantly.
unbelievably good.
Really?
Like
Sick.
11 out of 10. I was
Damn.
like, I waited an hour for it and I
Damn.
would do it again.
See, Luke can taketh away, but he also giveth. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's get on your nerdy dirtbag shit. What are some like bozoed out restaurants and bars that you avoid at all costs? You
Hair of the
mentioned-
dog.
Yeah. I mean,
Hair of the dog. Like
Classic.
I think all like the smash burger spots are for fucking bozos. Personally, I don't think smash burgers are that good.
I love a smash burger. I'm a bozo.
That's fine.
That meat lace, bro. Crispy.
Once that Shake Shack opens on Rivington, everyone's gonna be
Oh,
it's a
on
wrap.
scared, you
It's a
know?
wrap.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, Williamsburg pizza is not very good. I'll say that again.
You're always inviting me to Ray's.
Yeah, y'all love Ray's. I would rather fucking chew glass than hang out there.
Okay, we do not love Ray's.
Yes, y'all do.
We
had a party there.
because the
The corporate
partner.
Y'all
the
are forever the
corporate
raise
partner.
guys to
Shut
me,
the
all right?
fuck up, bro.
Did you come to that
Damn
party?
it.
You weren't in town yet, right?
I don't think I was invited.
Oh.
Um,
It was
You're
open
always
invite. What are you
invited,
talking
bro.
about? You're always
Yeah, but
invited.
he'd rather he was at home chewing glass.
exactly. I what else? I mean, like, I feel like there's no good restaurants in Soho, you know? Like I feel like all those restaurants
Correct.
in Soho all kind
Yeah,
of suck.
I-
You know, like Soho seems like the worst neighborhood to live in, you know, even though
Oh, well, there's no
Bro,
there's no
who
fucking
lives-
deli there.
Yeah, so I'm saying.
It's like living in Times Square.
Yeah.
You have to get everything delivered. What else? I think that probably covers
Yeah,
it.
that was a lot.
Whole Foods Hot Bar has kind of gone down in quality in my
Really?
opinion.
In your expert opinion.
I think the Whole Foods mac and cheese is the biggest casualty of COVID.
Oh, damn, dude.
Not the 1 million.
R.I.P. to our fallen soldiers.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Whole
gonna
Foods mac
get
and cheese.
the POW t-shirt made.
The biggest loss during
Put back-
COVID was the Whole Foods mac and cheese, according to Luke.
Make an airbrush T-shirt of just the Whole Foods mac and cheese.
Just like a play on that Polo Cuddy dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, we
Make
need
a fucking mural in Broome.
Yeah, exactly.
Luke, who's the most fun person in New York to party with? Is it 4G?
Yeah, is it Vince?
He's top 3.
Yeah.
I've always had fun going out with Lawrence.
I'm a bad boy.
Uh-huh.
We had some fun. I mean, honestly, kinfolk, RIP, we had some fun times,
Yeah.
brother.
There's some pictures of us
Yikes.
Burn 'em.
with our eyes very, very bugged out. What else is like? Who else is fun? I mean, my best friend Nate.
He's your roommate, right? You
Yeah.
said-
He does your content?
Huh?
He does your content or
he edits it?
Okay.
Wait, is he? Do you have an actual roommate?
Yeah, here.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. He's fun to party with. Who else? Like Brick. I love going out with Brick too. Brick Owens from Beach Troy fame is
Troy.
a really good friend of mine.
Does
and-
he live in New York?
yeah. Him and-
Okay.
you should have him and do on the podcast.
Yeah,
for sure.
They're both really talented designers, and they also like to drink mezcal.
Mm.
You know, so
Perfect for you.
What's
dude.
that shitty mezcal bar like on like Ludlow or Orchard?
Casa Mezcal?
Yeah.
Yo, do you know that there's like a fucking club in the basement?
Really?
Like
I did not know
the
because I
Leisure
don't.
Center
I'm not
dudes
going.
are always throwing parties. At
Oh,
like
that's
Frank's
I-
always throwing parties at like a place that I'm like, what? Like I've
was
walked by
wondering
this
why I've
place
been there.
100 times, and there's like
Yeah.
a fucking discoteca in the basement. Like what the fuck?
I was at Casa Mezcal with Seth. Had that bald cap. He had a like.
Oh, yeah.
I
fire
fucking
tuck
love
bald
Seth
cap
and
that-
Frank.
it
They're
was
so
giving-
sick.
When Frank put it on, I was like, "This Loki looks like it could be real hair, bro."
Yeah.
You got the cul-de-sac.
Oh man, dude.
And then like they had a party like that.
Wait, that place is good. It kind of was. I was in there for a while. I was like, "This is weird."
No,
Bro.
I was in that bitch fucked up. Like I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Well, the upstairs is like fucking very Lower East Side broy, but I guess if there's a club downstairs and it gets weird, then who knows?
Yeah.
It's just
I mean, I was in a weird state of mind.
Oh, yeah.
Put it like that.
you ate the worm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was treating my
That's what the kids are calling it.
treating my depression, if you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
No
You were
SSRIs.
self-medicating.
But yeah, something that's
You were eating a lot of
approved for depression treatments.
Approved for horses.
Eating a lot of Zanny shrimps.
Zan on the Barbie.
He had the horsepower kicking in, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Like
this.
the
I had a
Balenci
lot.
hoodie.
I had a lot of polo on. One could say.
Calling him Ralph.
Yeah.
As a home chef, as a chefsman, get nasty on the sticks at home, right? Are you still like into fucking?
Oh
cooking
yeah, I
and
can
shit?
cook my fucking ass off.
All right, so me and Larry are coming over for dinner. What are you chefing up?
What are you on the mood for?
No, you
tell
well,
us.
You know us, so it's like, what do you?
We want like a okay. How about this? We want 5 hours of like just laughs, a barrel of laughs, like course it out, and that's all we're doing that night.
A
We're not
barrel
going
of
out
laughs?
after.
Let's say so. If we're not going out, I'll probably cook some fat ass shit. You
Yeah.
know, like
buff
Yeah.
chick dip.
yeah, always buff chick dip. You know,
Hell yeah.
fucking sodium. In case your sodium level wasn't high enough when you got
Sure.
to the house. Maybe like a nice, green salad with a vinaigrette.
Mm.
I like arugula.
Ooh,
Maybe
same.
spinach. Maybe
Pepper,
I
baby.
Rock it.
kind of hate kale.
Okay.
Got to be massaged
Well,
correct.
it has to be like frozen. Like that, like kale was a winter vegetable. So the reason people actually ate it back in the days, they would let it freeze and then they would pick it and then thaw it and cook it. So it's like the cell walls need to be broken down. Otherwise, I'm fucking chewing on cud
Yeah,
like
it's
a
super
goddamn-
tough.
yeah.
Otherwise,
It's not good for your
I
stomach.
always got to sub out the kale at sweet green, for the season. I'm like, no, give me baby spinach. Maybe I'll make some like sourdough pizza for y'all.
Ooh.
Maybe I'll make my own cuts and slices oxtail pizza.
Oh, let's go,
With a nice
dude.
like oxtail gravy bechamel as the
Damn.
sauce.
Wagwan.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe 2 slices of sweet chili oxtail, 2 slices of curry oxtail,
Okay.
2 slices of fucking browns. What else? I mean, I don't know. Maybe like a steak, like
Dessert?
a nice steak. Dessert. I'm a cookie guy. I like cookies.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can bake.
Lukey
No, I just
kooky.
fucking break them off the fucking Toll House.
Okay, I like that. Oh, we're Toll House, not Pillsbury.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Unless I want like
Respect.
a sugar cookie. If I can get them to put the Throwing Fits logo in the middle.
Oh, dude, hell yeah, dude.
The Lukey Kooky.
That seems like there's probably a high minimum order for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
presumably.
All right, let's say that we're not in your hair. And actually, sorry, it is time to move on to the next segment of the podcast, Luke,
Okay.
which we like to call Dead Ass.
What is that?
You should be familiar with it. It's sucking and fucking.
Meats and cheeks.
Sex and dating.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's date night looking like for Mr. and Mrs. Fraser?
Usually a French restaurant. We
Mhm.
both love French food. And then, a couple drinks, go back to the crib and just like watch a movie. Like I will like actually try to watch a movie on those types of nights.
Oh.
Put the phone
Because
down.
most of the time, like I haven't opened a streaming service besides YouTube in like months. Like I fucking am only watching videos.
Fire
about,
the
like,
Criterion Collection.
about
Yeah.
like I'm only watching stuff about
That's the
like,
fried Tyrion collection, bro.
yeah, about like the Chinese Navy's new aircraft carriers, or like the
just doing research,
the
dude.
geopolitics of the Balkans. Like
Yeah.
How we doing?
Good shit.
and we have a few more years
All
of
right.
global superiority.
Okay.
Is Taiwan takeable by land or by sea? I mean,
I think it will be in the next 5 years, but
Okay.
I think the window's going to be closed by then. I think India's like pushing up on them pretty hard right now, and I think this whole Ukraine Russia thing is like it's stressing China out
okay.
because
Good
it's
to
like
know.
it's like destabilizing Russia. I've also heard that Putin is actually dead and it's a body double right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard that too. That's
or
spicy.
he's like very, very sick,
Yeah.
like,
They've been saying he's like gonna die
Yeah.
for months now.
yeah.
that vacuum of power is going to be fucking.
So the problem is like whoever's after him is going to be way worse, like,
Yo,
yeah.
Can we get a Luke's Moscow, Luke's St. Petersburg? How's that looking? Plant your flag.
I'm more of
In the
like-
vacuum, people like you can rise to power.
I think
or Gosha.
I think the only reason ERL's around is because Gosha got canceled. Like, I
Oh,
think-
right. They had the Colm had to replace him.
That's what I'm saying. I think if fucking
But isn't Gosha like back? Isn't there another now?
there's
new?
Rosvet, which is the skate company,
Right.
With who they send stuff to my homie Reggie, and the stuff's actually cool and nice.
Well, that's like, yeah. Besides him being a fucking sexual predator, like Gosha was pretty fucking sick. Like,
Yeah, but it was also of a time.
Is
know?
Gen Z TikTok not embracing Gosha? Like fucking,
It doesn't
was
sell
on
really like
Euphoria.
even if it's like a cool Gosha piece.
yeah. Mr. Rubchinsky, tear down this bussy.
Yeah.
Had to get that in there as always.
Luke,
Good
let's
stuff.
ask you as the expert. What's the ultimate no pussy getting fit?
For this summer, for the impressionable audience at home.
Yeah,
Collared shirt.
really?
Besides like a slutty, no, but like that
Well,
with the beater on
It's
is,
Turnbull
like,
and Asser.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
Just a straight up Oxford, like
yeah, I think like
Sleeves rolled
I
up.
think a fully buttoned shirt is going to be the problem here.
Really?
like
I think-
guys used to do air tie.
I don't
hated that.
I don't
bro.
think it's about the fit per se, but it's how you wear it
That's
and how
fair.
you carry yourself.
Yeah,
Okay.
of
You know?
course.
Because like, all these fucking frappers be busting them down,
It's true. You gotta be careful. You gotta
You learn
look
too
over
much.
your
The
shoulder.
dog ass boys.
The hair of the dog boys are learning.
Yeah.
Clever boys.
What's funny is I went
They've
to
learned how to unbutton shirts.
I went to hair the dog once. It was probably in like or like maybe January, December. Because my man claimed they had better wings than the skinny, which I think is fucking cap.
Oh, so this was a wing fucking.
We
a
were,
wing-
we're
it was a
eating
wing
there.
off.
We're eating there, eating dinner.
Buffalo
and-
wings?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're winging
And
it.
exactly.
Nice.
And literally like, and this should tell you about like the R2 audience. Legit, in an hour and a half, 8 people came up to me and were like, "Yo, are you the dude from those videos?"
wow.
And hair of the dog, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like this shit doesn't really happen to me anymore,
Right.
And so like,
Do you
they
miss
have-
that? Low
I don't
key.
care, like, no, not really.
Okay.
like it's fine, like
I mean, the
it's-
Luke socials are getting up there,
Yeah.
like
You're
70K on
busting.
IG. Like,
And now you're on this shit.
70K on IG, I have 15K.
no.
Personal. Your personal shit. Is
My
worth it.
personal was like, I've lost like 10,000 followers since my peak.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, people don't fucking fuck with my personal
damn,
socials.
what the
Do
fuck?
you
Follow
think
me
that,
on
are there
IG.
people because of like you?
Probably just people who are just like fans of the store or the YouTube show.
family.
I just think
Teach
it's just,
that to
like,
me.
I just think like
That's crazy.
A, I don't post that much personally, and then B, like, what's up with there's like hella birds flying around back there.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh.
It's greatest show on earth.
I know. Dinner and a show.
No, greatest show on earth is Luke at hair of the dog. Apparently.
Yeah.
Wait. So how are the wings? So your boy just was,
They're good. They're fine.
but not top.
Skinny wings are really good.
Okay.
Really?
Good to know. I gotta fucking try
All right.
myself.
You should.
Okay.
Slut wise, how slutty we go in the summer? Like,
Oh.
not just yourself, but like, how slutty should the boys go this summer?
I mean, like I said, this is the first summer everyone's back outside. Since
But
COVID.
people have said that over the last
Yeah.
3 summers.
No, but this is the first time that like nobody's wearing a mask. Like there's no social distancing, anything. It feels like
no
the-
condoms.
This feels
Yeah.
like the first year. This feels like the first year of like the year after 2019.
Everybody getting HPV. Let's fucking go.
Well, I got the vaccine.
Oh, okay. The HPV vaccine?
Yeah.
They got that?
Yeah, I got that shit when I was like 11.
I thought everyone just had HPV. I thought we were just going that.
Yeah, that's
that
what I
route.
thought. That's
No,
it's
no,
like,
no.
welcome to New York.
it's just in the gene pool.
It's everyone's pissing it out. Like,
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say all the fish.
Jack fish at HPV.
Yeah, dude. Check
Luke,
your crabs for cold sores, people.
Luke, how much money did you make?
not enough.
Not enough. Do you have like a number of like where you would be like happy, or is the
kinda lived it,
is there
right?
no limit?
I think I would be like pretty stoked if I was making like 100 bands a month.
Okay, a month.
Yeah.
So
Like 1.2.
But you got overhead and
All right.
shit, obviously.
Yeah,
like, it's not-
exactly. You know,
Or do you mean like 100
No,
bands
like-
a month in your bank account?
like
Well,
to
yeah.
me to pay my bills.
Right, right,
100
right,
net.
right.
Do with as I see fit.
Okay. I'm fucking with that.
I would be happy with that.
I mean, you kind of like lived that, or even
I got close to the sun.
okay.
What was like the
Too
hardest
close.
thing? What was the hardest thing to give up now? Like
Ooh.
returning to life as a broke boy.
Just like having to actually think about like buying stuff for myself,
Like
or
budgeting shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that shit sucks. It's just annoying as hell.
Yeah, no shit, bro.
Before you just let the fucking Amex fly.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
Let
like
the yappa sing.
like when I fucking moved, back to LA during like right before COVID, I just like bought a full Moderna cassette for the crib, like, and I was like, yeah, just put it on the platinum, like, whatever,
Yeah,
slide
who
this
cares,
shit,
dude, run it,
I was
dude.
like, fuck it, like,
more miles for me.
and I still have all that, furniture. It's nice,
Mm.
but it's like, like having to like think about this shit sucks,
Right.
Is the largest purchase you ever made after you sold the cars to buy the crib? Or is it like the Patek or
Probably. I mean, I got this cheap in 2018, all things considered.
did you like get that from a distressed seller? Like it was a guy?
No,
who
I got it
happened
from
to
a fucking Israeli jeweler in Beverly Hills.
box and papes.
No.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah.
But it's real, obviously.
Is it?
Presumably.
Okay.
You're
It's
that,
not.
you're the
all
fucking
right?
diamond tester guy. No, I'm
Oh, yeah, the gold tester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
besides clothes, besides your own business, what do you like to spend your hard-earned money on?
Bills.
Yeah.
Besides the essentials, like
Yeah.
what's frivolous in your life right now?
I guess like going out to eat,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, like I don't have like a crazy like hobby. I'm not like I don't like collect Legos or anything. You know what I'm saying?
You're not a gamer or whatever?
Yeah, no, not really. Like I just,
Streetwear
like,
toys? Do you have any streetwear toys?
Yeah, I got the fucking Bape Rubik's Cube coming in the mail.
Oh, nice.
No, not really.
Any Bape toilet paper?
No, but I do have Bape Moderna chairs at the house still
Mm.
because I just like didn't want to
Were
replace.
those really expensive?
I think they're worth like $1,000 each. I probably should sell them. and
You
just
probably
buy
should
regular-
flip them
yeah,
for sure.
Buy regular shit,
And buy a regular non-Bape chair, please.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
Like the chairs we're sitting in right now,
like,
they're
I
non-Bape.
I forget about it, and then like I think like, I think like some like Zach B came to my house one time and he's like, "Oh, Bape chairs." I was like, "Fuck."
Damn, dude, you got
Like-
roasted by Bia?
Yeah.
Woo!
I was like, "Damn."
Bia got him.
That's my king though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out
absolutely.
Zach, friend of the show.
He's a really nice guy.
Legend.
Yeah, for
Honestly, the nicest guy, which is why he is Zach Bia.
Yeah, exactly. Like people who don't
At
know
the
him
nice
don't
guy.
realize that. Like, but he really is like a genuinely amazing
Truly.
person.
Beautiful
Luke,
soul.
You're a fucking nice guy, and that's why we had you onto the only podcast that matters. Thank you for coming on. Before we get you out of here,
Yeah.
Luke's NYC hitting its fucking stride.
Thank you.
You are putting your stamp on the fucking resale world, on New York City. We'd like to see you do even better than you already are doing.
Mhm.
So if it's cool, we'd love to offer up some constructive criticism. Take it or leave it.
Yeah, let's take.
Highly, highly suggest you take it. How about this? So you're a pretty inked up guy, right?
All right, mom.
Cheeks,
Yeah.
dick,
No dick.
no dick. Do you
Dick's
have to get
clean.
hard when you get tatted on the dick, or
No,
do
I
you?
think they probably want it soft so they can pull the skin taut.
Okay,
I was
We
actually
had this
talking.
conversation.
I know, but I think that I got it wrong.
I have
in
a
my
buddy
memory.
who has his dick tatted. He was talking to me. About
I thought it
Yeah.
depended on the meat. Like if you're hung, you don't need to be hard, and if you're just chilling, like
Are you a shower or a grower?
yeah, I think that
Are you a
depends.
shower or a grower?
Yeah.
Lawrence is new to the tattoo game. Have you ever given tattoos, and can you give Lawrence his next tattoo?
I have not, but I can totally do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just get a gun, right?
if
But you can buy them on Amazon and shit like the like.
Easy, yeah.
no, for sure. Apparently, I think that like the whole
With a used needle.
yeah,
I want to tattoo "Only God Can Judge Me" right here on him.
that would be
Very hard.
very fucking bad for me. I would say for the most part.
As a
You
Jew.
work for yourself.
Yeah, that's true. I don't need to like be
Are
employed.
you a chosen person?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. Well,
Serious?
I'm fucking cremation gang, so like I don't really care about.
I'm just
you know,
talking
like,
about, are you
yeah,
Jewish?
yes, I'm
yeah,
Jewish.
You're chosen.
Yeah, I'll be in heaven. while
He's
you guys
circumcised
will
if
be,
you're asking about his penis tattoo.
Yeah.
Abilities.
I don't know
Anyway.
how that affects it.
If I allowed you to
Well, less
tattoo
real
me,
estate.
would I have some type of like store? Can I get a store credit? Like, do I get something out of
You
it?
can get a one-time store credit.
Okay, cool. For like 10 bones,
Like 200, yeah.
Oh, 200. All
You
right.
should get a Sean Weatherspoon Air Max tattooed on your foot.
Oh my god,
of
dude!
those.
I'd rather fucking eat glass. Okay, Luke. How about this, dude? This is some real constructive criticism.
I'm like, mine was too. Mine was
You didn't
too.
even give me constructive criticism. You just asked if I would tattoo more. It's like, just continue to talk to me.
Be a great viral moment for the store.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Get those 10K followers back.
You're a big you're a prophet, dude. You're up pondering your orb, seeing into streetwear and menswear and footwear's future. What you need to do, dude, is capitalize on the resurgence of hashtag menswear and come to my crib and cash me out on all the dog shit flow I got over the years. Like,
all right.
the worst stuff, dude.
I mean, there probably some shit I want in there.
How's the double monk market going?
what?
The double monk market.
What the fuck is that?
you know,
there
like
you
a
go.
single monk strap shoe, but there's the two
I
buckles.
don't know what that is.
If you ever see a realtor in Soho, look down at his
Yeah.
feet.
Oh,
and it's the shoe with the suits of white.
It's the shoe that looks
the
like a-
weird, the faux aging on the brown leather.
Bro,
and
you
shit.
posted a boot that had it was a double monk.
Oh
ankle
yeah,
boot, just-
okay, yeah.
So imagine
those
that as
Givenchy
just-
boots. Those didn't sell surprisingly.
It's
Yeah,
what
no
a
shit.
it's what a knight of the round table would wear.
Actually, have you guys ever been to medieval times?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I want to go. It's on my.
Another so we're doing cuts
great.
and slices, Hirschleifers, and then we're going to medieval times.
That sounds like a
You've
lot
never
for one
been?
day. No, there's a pirate theme one in LA too. That's like I think owned by the same people in Orange County. That's like across the street.
The stage or whatever is a pool. Then so it's on water.
I think it's just a ship.
Oh, so it's like swashbuckling on deck.
But I'm not sure like what the jousting is like a pretty entrenched thing. You know, like what are pirates doing to settle differences?
Sword fighting, duel,
Yeah.
Maybe
Duel.
no,
Yeah.
swashbuckling, I believe
Yeah.
is the term.
Okay.
What are you eat? What's the pirate themed food though?
grog.
Yeah, rum. A lot of rum.
Rum, sure.
A
Captain
lot of
Morgan.
a lot of citruses.
Yeah,
So you
to
don't
battle the
get
scurvy.
fucking-
Exactly.
To battle the fish HPV. Just watch them rape and pillage. Like that's freaking
Yeah.
hardcore.
That actually be kind of cool.
Dinner and a pillage.
Dinner and watching them murder innocent
Yeah.
civilians.
Luke,
Luke, where can the kids follow you? Where do you want to plug?
At Luke's NYC, no underscore, no anything, just
That
one word
bullshit.
on Instagram, on TikTok.
Low key elite Twitter follow.
yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
You're not gonna plug your personal shit?
At OG Luke Mook on Instagram, Twitter. I don't think I have a personal TikTok. www.lukes.store.
When's the ecom coming?
Yeah.
Do we have a date on that?
This month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm
May.
literally I'm
In
waiting
May.
for my payment processing shit to go through and
Fucking
figure
go.
that out.
So if you're listening at home, bookmark it because it's coming ASAP.
And I have I'm going to be doing bi-weekly drops, doing sales every week.
Damn.
Just like I have a lot of really, really
Shit is
good
priced
shit.
to move.
and drop the Broom Addy one more time.
261 Broom Street.
Pull up and fucking say what up to this guy.
Come see me. I'm open 1 to
cash you
7 every day except Monday, Tuesday. I'm closed Monday, Tuesdays. And OG Luke Mook on Grailed if
That's
you're
right.
so inclined.
You're still busting on that, right?
Do all right.
How much money do you think you put in Grail's pockets every month? 9%?
Well, I know my figures. I'm probably putting $4,000-ish in their pockets every month.
Okay.
Not bad, bro.
Not
That'll
bad.
keep the
Not
lights
bad.
on for an office that nobody's
I
occupying.
literally was there. I was there yesterday and there was nobody inside.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, the post go. I don't want to talk about, it, but the post go shit is fucking bizarre, bro. It is
All right.
what it is. Okay,
Luke, thank you for coming
You're
on.
the best,
to
bro.
Thanks
Only
for having
Podcast
us. I
Matters.
appreciate the opportunity to talk to y'all and have, Barstool sports dudes and fucking, and people in their 30s who wish they weren't in their 30s.
Exactly.
That's the
On
two
here.
hosts.
And also, I think I would be remiss because I told everyone that I was going to talk shit on Greenpoint to y'all, and I haven't really gotten an opportunity.
Oh, well,
So-
we do have bonus content that we've got to tell you about. So maybe in the bonus content, you
Okay,
can talk
we
about
need like
Greenpoint.
15 more minutes, and you
Okay,
can
yeah,
you can
no.
open up with some Greenpoint
Yeah.
smack.
All right, perfect.
Chef, take us out.